questions if we're not counting Star Wars. I got one that you're going to be super jealous of. It's this really cool Mandalorian that I'm pretty sure only I have because it's so cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure only I have this. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. You haven't even opened yours yet.
Okay, I'm sorry. Life has been very crazy.
No,
lately,
there's no excuse for not having.
Literally no excuse.
There's no excuse.
So I've actually been waiting to open it because I want to make a TikTok video on it.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
I do the thing where I'm opening it and I just haven't had the energy or the.
No, I totally get that. I get that.
But yeah, so welcome to
hi everybody.
Our Patreon intro, Patreon members.
Yeah.
Live for the first time in
all year.
Oh, we haven't gone live in a year.
A year.
A whole year. Jeez. It's been so long.
Yeah, so long. Hey, Will Buns here. Oh yeah, that's true. We are backwards. Let me fix that. It's because Zach added us and I didn't.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh, speaking of Will Bond, happy early birthday. I think his birthday.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, he changed his birthday to January 6th to celebrate.
Happy Will birthday.
Certain things that have happened
Will
on January 6th. Will Bond's Day.
Wait, did he change it to January 6th for political reasons? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
He prefers to celebrate on January 6th.
That makes sense. Checks out.
Yeah, and he lives close to that area, I think.
Oh, man.
So I think he was there,
Technically speaking.
Yeah, he was at least closer than I was to that incident.
So, I mean, I'm surprised he's not in jail, really. Hey, GamerZone 24, how's it going? Man, we're having a Zach is doxing Wilbon over here. I guess he gave him a vague description of the area
East Coast
of a very large country. It's when you go on TikTok, they put you in like sometimes just weird TikTok corners where you'll get a bunch of stuff from like the ocean, like sea videos and whatnot. I got one that was all about people complaining about how big America was and like how English people didn't understand that like we're okay driving like 2 hours to some place because that's just normal for us because everything's so big and spread out. Whereas like you can drive across all of England in like 2 hours. Yeah.
And what's crazy is America has so many like hills and valleys and mountain ranges and all this where there's absolutely nothing in those zones, and there's it's just thousands of miles of just absolutely nothing, or hundreds of miles of just nothing. That's absolutely crazy. Unless you live in Kentucky and you have the Smokies down there in Tennessee and up here in the eastern part, and you don't wear shoes in that side of the state. I don't think so.
Is that a redneck thing?
I think so. Yeah.
Hillbilly thing, I guess, technically.
What's also crazy, though, in America, you can drive 2 hours. You can drive probably 8 hours, and you could be in the same state if you went all the way from north to south. I don't know how long that would take.
Sure.
But I could drive 8 hours, and I'm in, like, close to Florida. That probably puts me in from Kentucky right in the top of Florida. Because I think it's 16 or 18 hours to Miami, which I've made that drive on a bus before, and it was horrible. With a bunch of college kids.
It's like a 12 hour. If I wanted to go to Oregon, I'm pretty sure it's like a 12 or 13 hour drive. Yeah, that's 6 hours or so right now would put me in San Francisco.
Yeah.
From where
if I drove 6 hours north, I'm a little past Chicago probably.
Yeah. Or if you live in Texas is another big one because I moved to Texas back in '07 and a majority of the trip was Texas itself because we were moving to Austin, and it's like cool. We hit Texas on like day 2, and then it was just Texas and more Texas, and it continued to be Texas. So much Texas. It was just Texas.
Austin is the only city in Texas I've been to, and it did not feel like I was in Texas at all.
No.
I felt like I was in
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like a college. I felt like I was back at Bowling Green.
Yeah.
For WKU.
Yeah. It to me, it felt like being in San Diego a bit, like because of the attitude of the people. And like it's kind of for being a very like uptight, like conservative state. It was very laid back and like it kind of felt like a beach town. Honestly, it was weird. Like people.
Yeah, I got that vibe. It seemed like a college type.
Yeah,
vibe,
college. Yeah.
We found a bar there that had $1 shots too.
No, yeah,
and that was
for
dangerous.
sure.
That was really dangerous.
Yeah, drinking in Texas is very dangerous. I remember, I went to a karaoke bar very regularly, and I would run up like a weekly tab of like $40, and that was like a lot of drinks. So.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice going to a bar so often. It was cool going to a bar so often that they would open a tab for me because like I just went there all the time.
That is pretty cool. Luke, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Luke.
Hope you had a great holiday season. Yeah, Mike, what do you do over we took a break. So what did you do over the break? And
I went to visit my family in Florida, and it was fine. You know, it's fine. I haven't seen them. I haven't visited them for Christmas.
It's always funny visiting the family. It's fine.
2008 or something. It's been a long time since I visited them for Christmas. So that was nice. But you know, when you're there for a week, I love my family, but it can get a little grating.
Yeah, that sounds like a long time actually.
I mean, I love them. They're great people, except for when they get on your nerves, and it's not a big house, it's not a huge house, and there were a lot of people there, and I was happy to be home. I missed my cats, but it was pretty fun. I'm glad I went.
Yeah, it's always a good time. I'm trying to organize my fine editions here, so I don't have to keep leaning over.
Mine's a hodgepodge. I got so many toys for Christmas, and then while I was gone, Hasbro kept sending me GI Joes. So I came back to like 4 or 5 boxes of stuff from Hasbro Pulse on my table that my neighbor brought into our house when she was feeding our cats. Excuse me. So that was fun. It just felt like a second Christmas when I got home because I got to open up more toys.
Yeah, I usually don't ask my wife for toys specifically. I did ask for one thing and I didn't get it. Unfortunately. I know.
What'd you ask for?
There's a SH Figures Dragon Ball Z set that's like an accessories pack where it has like the
food one.
Well, it has not that one with the table.
Okay,
it's the one that it's like the Goku. It comes with a Goku head and it comes with the punching effects and kicking effects. So when you pose them, it has the white slash going through the air.
Yeah.
And because it's like $36, and like, do I really want it? If I can make her spend the money, even though it's kind of out of the same account.
You're still buying it,
different.
But
different.
Yeah,
we each get a certain amount out of our thing, and
I totally get it.
It's like if she buys it, it's a little easier, than me buying it, and but I didn't get it, and I'm perfectly fine with it. I got some really cool lapel pins, which I should have brought down here, but they're on my backpack. So
you got lapel pins?
Yeah, I asked for some metal like lapel pins just for like little $15-$10 ones. Those are pretty cool. I'll have to send you a picture. One of them is a Spider-Man.
How many lapels do you usually wear? Like,
I have them. I put them on a backpack. Like I have a black backpack that I put them on that. Yeah.
I just imagined you have like a collection of like
tuxedos, I'm going to
jackets. And
that would be sick.
Blazers, things with lapels on them.
No, it's like Spider-Man and Star Wars.
Okay.
Yeah. So you remember that Darth Vader shirt I got with the Anakin head sticking through? I bought that lapel pin at ICC Con, and I was like, I'm just gonna get a bunch of these.
Now you're hooked.
Like a backpack or something. Yeah.
Now you're hooked.
Yeah, that's gonna be my new thing. So.
Yeah. No, I got a bunch of toys, and I could tell. So like on Sunday morning, not Sunday morning, Christmas morning. On Christmas morning, like we're opening stuff, and like there's like family friends there as well because they like to come over for big holidays, and we're all opening up presents together. And the dad kept like eyeballing my present pile, and he's like, "How'd you get?
Are those for your kids?"
Yeah, I'm like, I asked for him. Like, he's like, and it's not weird that you asked for toys. I'm like, no, I love toys.
Why would it be?
I know.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I have a YouTube channel, my dude. Like,
they should have grabbed his phone and made him sub.
Yeah. But no, he actually played. I let him play with him. I got a bunch of Mythic and Cosmic Legions, basically. Nothing Star Wars because I already had it, and nothing. Usually I get Transformers, but I didn't get any Transformers this year. It was all Cosmic and Mythic Legions.
Well, yeah, you know, that's the crazy thing lately is like, you were talking about how you seem more excited to get your Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions figures. I'm the same way almost. I'm more excited whenever like a Dragon Ball Z SH Figuarts figure comes out because they've been releasing some absolute heat. And every time I get a new figure, I feel like it's the best figure I own. And we'll talk about it more in like fine editions, but
sure.
Again,
well, you know, I've been thinking
some of the Star Wars stuff, like the Ahsoka stuff, was kind of mid.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think part of it is there's just been kind of an oversaturation of releases. Like in just the last 2 months of 2023, we got like 3 waves of Ahsoka, or I guess 4 months. Last quarter of 2023, we got 3 waves of Ahsoka. We got the last plastic-free packaging wave, and then I also got like the last wave of figures from the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, all in like a 3-month period. So it just felt like it was a lot, and it was hard to really appreciate what you were getting. Whereas things like SH Figuarts or Mythic and Cosmic Legions, they don't release them that often. Maybe like 1 wave a quarter, if even that. So it feels more special, I guess.
Yeah, and especially also whenever the figures are getting, you know, not only are you getting a figure, but you're getting this many accessories.
Right. You know, and that is a lot more fun. Yeah.
It's almost overwhelming to mess around with because you're like, I love this pose, but I don't know what to do. Yeah. Pose, so I don't.
Exactly.
So it's almost easier when you get a figure like Morgan Elsbeth because there's only one thing you can do is just have him stand there.
Just have her stand there.
But I will say the new Mandalorian looks really great. I'm excited to open that one. And I know, like, obviously these are more expensive, like the Figuarts and the Cosmic and Mythic Legions. Like, they're more expensive, but that doesn't mean it's, you know, less exciting to get those.
No. And I feel like, you know, it's offset by how much you're getting. You know, if you get one $25 figure that comes with like 2 accessories versus one, let's say $40-$50 figure that comes with like 20 accessories, you know, there's a lot more play value there to where I'm okay spending that extra money because I feel like I'm getting my money's worth out of it.
Yeah, precisely. I'm trying to switch this face real quick so I can get the cool face on this for fine editions.
Yeah, like one of my fine editions is a toy I made. I went to Decon, hung out with Frederick, and saw Luke, and I bought this this dude from.
You made it?
I made it. Well, because I bought. They had one figure from the wave I hadn't had, so I bought him, and he's this shirtless like alien guy. Then I got home, and I'm like, I don't really need this guy because he's basically just a different version of a guy I already had on my shelf. Like he's the same dude, he's just like a different outfit. Yeah. So
they're all interchangeable, like every single.
They're all interchangeable. Right? Yeah. So I took a different figure. He was he's Torion. He's like a Minotaur dude. I popped him apart. I swapped all of the Minotaur body parts with his like alien body parts and put him in armor. And now I've got, instead of like a space alien guy, I've got like an armor wearing, like I'm thinking, I see him as like a dragon dude, you know? So to me, that was a lot more fun than just buying a Star Wars toy or even a G.I. Joe and just opening up and being like, yep, that's it right there. I did it.
Yeah, because that's like, it's crazy with that line. Every single piece is interchangeable with you can
most pieces. I mean, they're different sizes.
Oh yeah, there's
like that. Yeah, but
yeah, that is really crazy. I'm
trying
to get this posed up all halfway decent. Yeah, this is just like look how crazy this is.
Oh, it looks so good. I love that Goku. I love the pants.
I know. Maybe I think my light might be a little hot. I need to make a camera, but I'm trying to get him in a halfway decent pose. It's just
that's that classic Frieza fighting Goku.
Yeah, so I had to get the full power Frieza too.
You
so
had to.
These are so here I go saying that I don't need every version of every one, and then well, I got to get this one because I have that one.
Yeah, it snowballs real fast. It snowballs real fast.
It does snowball. I've also been playing a lot of Fortnite over the break, over Christmas break and all that. And I've spent so much money on skins. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't even want to look at how much I spent. Like, just today, I spent like $40 on V-Bucks again. Because
that's weird.
They dropped some cool stuff. And, well, I mean, they had an Anakin skin on there and a Darth Maul.
And you got to get those.
And I got a Han Solo and Leia skins in the game, and I've been getting a lot of dubs. Wilbon, yeah. I've barely played the Lego. I've been killing it on the zero build battle royale. Me and my squad have been getting dubs all the time. So it's just I'm him in the game, by the way. So, but yeah, we'll definitely have to hop on sometime, Wilbon. But yeah, I'm pretty much ready to start the.
Yeah, I'm good. Show. I'm good to go.
Alrighty. All right. I'm officially ready now.
Okay, so officially.
You can kick off the 2024.
Me? I'm doing the kickoff? Hi there. Welcome to Black Series Cantina. This is episode 62. And we are coming at you in the brand new year of 2024. I'm joined by my host, Zach. Say hi, Zach.
Hello there.
There you go. And today we're going to just kind of go over. We're just going to kind of lay back. We're just going to kind of enjoy our time. We're going to talk about what we got for Christmas. We're going to talk about, some news that we got coming on, and maybe just kind of look forward to what we hope to see in the next year. It's always kind of fun having a fresh slate to just scribble all over with nonsense. Isn't that right?
Yeah, it's sort of like it's weird how whenever the calendar turns, everybody's like, all right, now we got to do it's outlook season.
It's kind of arbitrary though.
Now. Yeah.
Like there's no reason you can't just be like, I'm starting over in middle of September. Like it doesn't really matter.
Now I'm going to the gym.
Yeah.
Now I'm
exactly.
But yeah, so we are going to look forward to 2024 Black Series and talk about things that we hope to see, what we might see, what we hope changes. Maybe we'll squeeze in a top 10 later on.
We'll see.
But yeah, it's funny. Whenever you said episode 62, I just realized in our notes I had episode 59 on our show notes. I was so confused. But you're right. This is episode 62.
It's 62. Yeah.
Episode
61.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because I remember now because you said you were going to make a episode 69 joke every episode until episode 69. I think you did that.
And then I don't.
The last episode. No. And then you don't.
Yeah, I always forget jokes I make because I always make them in the moment and then I don't think about them ever again. just how my brain works.
Well, you know how embarrassing it would have been if I would have done the intro and I said, "Oh, Black Series Cantina episode 59," and then you're like, "Hold on, that was 3 episodes ago."
It was so embarrassing for you.
I guess I'm just rusty because we took a little break, but we're back to kick off 2024.
Yeah. That's right. Shake it out. Get all those cobwebs out.
Yeah, let's
get some podcasting done.
Put the oil on the joints here.
I need some. Honestly, my shoulder's been bugging me. So toss that lube over. Wait.
All right. Whenever I put your Jabba's Palace in the mail, I'll drop that in there too.
Yeah.
Look, so here's what I've done. It's totally finished finally. But
okay.
I don't have a box big enough for it. It's huge. Like it's crazy.
I can glue it.
Some of the parts are well, it's like sort of these parts. Hang on. I'm gonna grab one.
All right. Hi Kirby, by the way. We are joined
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say for the people listening, I was gonna fill time while you were getting that. For the people listening at home, we are joined live by our Patreon members from the Cantina. What is it? Is it band member?
Band member is, yep.
And VIP tier. So they're always joining us live and chatting. So I just want to say hi to people that popped in. Anyways, what do you got?
So see this piece right here? It's so awkward.
The big piece. Yeah.
To fit in a box with other items. And it's a solid like one piece. But
yeah, it's just a big chunk of plastic.
Yeah. So, but you're not getting this. I don't even use this piece. You're getting exactly what I have here, which is it's like the half of this. See how the ends, it's only like the column on the inside. It just makes it look more even that way. And it doesn't have all the stuff on the left. But so I've put them into 2 separate boxes, and I'm considering shipping out just 2 boxes to you, so I don't have to wait until I get a box big enough for it. And that's why I don't have to go to the store and buy a box big enough, because what if they don't have like a good medium size? What if they only have a super large one? Then I'm screwed.
That's a good point.
So I might just ship it to you in 2 separate shipments to get it there quicker.
Hey, if the shipping's crazy, let me know. I'll kick in for it. It's fine. I know it's a Christmas gift, and that might be a little weird, but I don't mind. I don't mind offsetting.
Okay. Well, maybe if
I just want to get it.
That's true. And then, so yeah, whenever I ship that to you, I'll also ship out the Morgan Elsbeth.
My plinth, yeah.
That's good for you in like July or something.
Yeah, one of the things that I did that I got was when Scarlet Witch was super cheap at Target. I bought her just for her hands. So
good. That means I can keep my left.
Yeah, you can keep your hands. Yeah, you can keep your hands. I wanted to get a Loki because he's got the green swirlies. Because that matches, her Night Sister magic there. But I couldn't find a Loki just for his energy effects. I'm not going to do that. But but it was cool to finally have some good hands to kind of the skin tone isn't quite there, but like who cares?
Yeah, on mine it's a little off, but on the shelf you really can't tell, and it's really not going to be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thank you all for listening to this podcast. 2023 was a great and big year for the podcast. We really appreciate it, and thank you all to our Patreon members who join us live, and also who are not a part of the live tier and they watch the video afterwards. We want to say quick thank you to you, and a plug. If you would like to support the podcast financially, if you're in the position to do so, you can join our Patreon. You can just be a supporter at $2 tier, or you can get the video access at $5, or join us live at 11:38.
Yep.
But we're also January. We're opening up 2 more VIP spots. Is that correct? Is that still the plan?
That is correct. We are still doing it.
I don't know if
and that means you get to join us for
So whenever this drops officially on the podcasting feed, we'll have 2 more VIP spots open.
Okay, so basically this Saturday.
Yeah, so this weekend they'll open, and if you want to join us, we have a great time on our VIP hangouts. So if you want to join those, we would recommend it. We would also greatly appreciate it. Well, Mike, how you want to kind of talk about Christmas real quick?
Why not?
How was your little holiday break that we took?
It was pretty good. I mean, it was nice just having some. I had some family time. Went to Florida, got a bunch of toys for Christmas. Came back, had a bunch of toys waiting for me from just buying, pre-ordering things on the internet and having them all kind of get shipped right before the end of the year. But yeah, it was pretty good. So before we left, are we just gonna go into fine additions? Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, why not? I'll go first here. So before the DCon, Designer Con, I went to Designer Con like the Saturday that our last episode went live, and had a lot of fun. Hung out with Frederick from Frederick's Figures, who we had on the podcast. Saw Land Speeder Luke, who was great, and he happened to have just gotten us Christmas presents, and he handed me mine. So my first thing that I want to show off
is extra special.
Mine is extra special because it was hand delivered. The main ingredient was love, which means that it was a little sticky, but other than that, this is the new. Is it Glavis?
Glavis Ringworld.
Glavis Ringworm, Mandalorian, and he's the brand new one we all wanted, head to toe, gorgeous. I honestly, I took this with me to Florida for Christmas so that I could play with it, because I mean, it's fun to have a little toy to mess around with, but I wanted to, get my full thoughts on it, because I knew it was good, but I didn't. Since I got it in 2023, it was going to go on my 2023 top 10 list, and I didn't know where, because I wanted to put it at the top because it's brand new and it's good. So automatically that means it's the best. But I had to let it sit and settle and mull it over. I'm not going to say where it ended up on my list. I'm currently making the list. It's recorded. I'm editing it, so that'll be out soon for my official 2023 top 10 list. But there's that. Nice. I also, from Toy Snowman, I got the latest shipment of Black Series figures just at the end of the line that included that Mandalorian as well. My extra Mandalorian has been spoken for by another friend, but I did get the Pike Soldier, and honestly, I love this guy so much, I might buy another one just to have another. He's good. I would say he's probably a sleeper hit. He's one that's a lot of people probably don't care about right off the bat, but he's a really good toy.
Would you consider painting the faceplate of the second one? Maybe put a little silver brush on there.
I don't know. I don't like
they had different colors.
Yeah, they did. I know. I don't like permanently changing stuff. That's my one complaint about it, is it would have been cool, because he comes with two blasters, but it would have been cool if they had a removable faceplate that you could change out for just a different look. And it seems like it could have been pretty simple to do, and I wish they'd done it.
And I think probably maybe 80% of collectors would have rather had an alternate faceplate rather than an alternate blaster.
An extra gun, for sure. Absolutely.
And it makes sense from Hasbro, because you would be able to convince people to army build them.
Encouraging people to army build, yeah. And then I did get the Tusken Chieftain, who is pretty good. He's probably the best Tusken released so far. I mean,
it looks really good.
Yeah, he's really good. I like his little staff. And then lastly, I opened it for the video I made, but I put it back in because I'm gonna sell it or give it away. But this is the Cad Bane. If you're curious, the Cad Bane that came out in this wave is 90% the same as the 2-pack version, but the 2-pack version has, I think, a better face, and it does have better paint. The paint on this one, the gauntlets on this one, aren't really painted; they're just blue plastic. Whereas on the 2-pack version, they're painted, and it looks a lot better. It also has the holes for the flame effects and the blaster effects that this one doesn't even have the hole for the flame effect. Like if you had that flame effect, really? you could not put it on this one. It doesn't even have the hole for it. So
that's kind of odd.
It is odd. I thought it was pretty odd. Yeah.
Did they go out of their way to block the hole for the single release?
I think it might be just a completely different, but very similar. It's very similar, but legally distinct gauntlet. So it's kind of weird.
Oh, Lord.
Also, and I talked about this at the Patreon intro, when I was at Designer Con, I bought a Mythic Legion from the Four Horsemen table. It was the only one I didn't have, and I didn't really want it, which is why, but I was there. And I'm like, hey, I'll buy it just to buy something.
In the moment, it's a lot different than looking at them online. Yeah.
100%. So I bought him, but then when I got home, I was like, these are super interchangeable. I've got some figures that I've bought that I don't love. So what if I made my own figure? And that's what I did with this, was I took another figure that I thought was okay, but not great apart. He was like a Minotaur looking dude. I pulled all of his armor off. I pulled the new guy, Oleg Thygar is his name. I pulled him apart, used that bear reptilian chest and put the armor on there. So he's kind of, to me, he's like a dragon, kind of, he's dragonborn looking dude. I don't know. I just dig him. I like the armor instead of the space alien suit he had on. So that's cool. I have a new figure there.
Well, that also looks like just a normal Cosmic Legions. If you just told me that was when you bought it at retail,
to
me, outsider eye, I would just be convinced it's a normal release.
Like,
I think they did a pretty good job.
What wave did that come out in? Can I buy it? How much was it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. My Christmas was all Mythic and Cosmic Legions. My wife and my parents, basically, that's all they got. I'm not gonna bore everyone, but I mean, I got like 5 or 6 of them, and then I ordered more from him afterwards. But the big one I wanted to show off is this guy. This guy's name is
that's
Frog.
so cool. That's huge.
He's so big, and I love him. I love his gross face and like his big old hands.
That's Unkar.
He's just kinda. So a lot of people are using him. He's like a good stand-in. I feel like he's about the size, in the Force Awakens when they go into the Maz Kanata's like castle or whatever, and there's like that.
Oh, the guy that lays down.
Exactly. Yeah.
With the lady that calls the First Order.
Yes.
And tells on him.
So he kind of has those vibes to me, or like I think that's the same species as the Ninth Sister from the Jedi Fallen Order games and Survivor. So it kind of has that vibe for me, and I definitely think it works pretty well. The last thing I want to show off, because again, I have so much stuff that I could go on for a long time, just too long. The last thing I want to show off is I have a very fun story with this. I did get my selfie series finally. I will show the people watching. If you want to see what mine looks like, I will post a video review of this, but I'm not posting it to social media until I do a review. So people seeing this,
so screenshot it now and tag them on Instagram and make them pay you.
I mean, you can if you want to be a jerk, sure, go ahead. But like, I feel like that head's pretty good.
It's solid. It's 100 times better than the 1.0 version.
For sure. Or, in the sense that it actually looks like me and it's got glasses and a beard and stuff. Yeah. Oh, I just knocked over all my toys. But that's not the fun story. So the fun story is when it shipped out, I got an alert, from Hasbro saying, hey, we shipped out your thing. So I go into the FedEx app to take a look at it. And it was there along with 17 other shipping labels generated for me, and they're all different labels.
Oh my gosh.
Coming from the same place. They come from Mexico. Like all of these are coming from Mexico. 2 of them hit the customs because FedEx goes to Memphis, Tennessee. That's like where that's like their hub when they come in. So FedEx went to Memphis, and this one sat there for like a week. There's another one that I think just left. So I've got this one and one other for sure coming for me. The other 16, for whatever reason, they're just labels. They haven't actually gone anywhere. I don't know why or what. I only ordered one.
That sounds like some money laundering to me. Let's honestly, look like there's 16 shipments. There's really only one, so now we got some legal.
For sure, there's 2. Like if I go on the FedEx app, I just got this one delivered yesterday, and another one I'm waiting for it to say like, oh, it's out for delivery or whatever. It's on its way. The other 16 have just had labels generated, and it's not just me. I've seen other people have this issue as well. Not everybody, but like some people. And I remember scrolling through and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Why do I have 18 tracking labels?
Yeah, that is really wild.
That's bonkers.
Yeah, hopefully they're just all Mike cases in Stormtrooper outfits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely take one.
Well, if I get 18, I'll definitely be giving some away as gifts for sure. All our VIP members will get one. Yeah.
If they didn't half-ass selfie series the first time, it probably would have been successful instead of shutting down.
I think so.
2.0,
if that had been the first instance, yeah.
If everybody got the 2.0 version, it probably wouldn't have died as soon as it did. So they should have held their horses a little bit. Whether they released it, half-assed and actually improved it over the year, or whether they decided to, we'll just release the better stuff next year. Maybe we can get people to buy double. I think if 2.0 was the first one, then it would have been a lot more successful than it has been.
I agree 100%.
All right, is that your last fine edition?
Yeah, I'm all done. Let me swap you over. There you go.
All right.
Good.
There we go. All right, I'll start off with non-Star Wars since it's only 2. I picked up the demoniacal fit Majin Vegeta, which is pretty sick. He comes with like 3 alternate faces to swap on there.
How does that feel in hand? I've never.
It's really smooth for third party.
Yeah,
it's really smooth.
For the people that don't know,
such big words.
Yeah, they're not necessarily knockoffs, because a lot of times they do characters that SH Figure Arts hasn't even released yet. Yeah, but sometimes they have done like that. I know SH Figure Arts has done a Majin Vegeta, so that kind of is a knockoff, but it's still their own thing. Like they don't just copy the mold; like they mold everything themselves, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. And it's got, butterflies on it and everything. The faces are really good. And you can actually buy other third-party faces that are even more, that are even better. So that was
5K Toys has a bunch of those.
5K Toys, yeah. But this is the figure I got over our little Christmas break that I'm most excited about. I have not been able to stop messing with it. And that's the legendary Super Saiyan Goku. And I just got it into this pose right before we started, and just look at the details on it. Like the pants.
The pants are nuts. The like tattered ripped pants are so good.
And it has like 4 or 3 alternate faces you can do, a bunch of accessories. The butters are super smooth. A lot of people had the chest miscolored. Mine looks really good, so I think I just might have gotten lucky. It might be a little off. I can't really tell, but it looks pretty much the exact same to me, so I'm glad I don't have that issue. But yeah, probably my favorite figure right now. I think this and the Trunks I got are probably my 2 favorite, just like pure action figures I have right now. I just cannot stop messing with this, and there's so many different poses I can put him in with alternate faces and alternate hair. Like I can do the hair, like all of it flying up, or it falling down a little. So yeah, that's cool. Then I'll start moving into Star Wars. I got Sabine Wren finally.
Nice. Now is that the updated one?
This has the lighter purple hair, so
okay, so that's the updated one. Yeah. Which means that the helmet will fit better.
That's good to know. I also got in the same shipment Hu Yang. Little late to the party on these, but I wasn't looking forward to them super, except for Hu Yang really was the most I was most hyped about. So I'm finally getting some Ahsoka stuff in here. And then Shin Hati. Currently, I have the red saber version, but I haven't opened this one yet. Specifically because I kind of want to buy an orange saber version at Walmart and then just do a return and slide this red blade, and keep this.
That's what I'm going to do. If I find, if I find an orange one, because you're not swapping it for a different figure. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not swapping it for a different figure. You're swapping it for the same figure. You're just getting a color corrected version, which is I don't have any problem with. And
I'm returning a sealed one, so I'm not going to open this one and then just swap the blade or anything. So, and then I also hit up a Ross for $5.99. Nice. Grabbed this Clone Wars, the Bad Batch Cad Bane.
Did you not have that one?
No, I did, but this is prime giveaway for our Patreon.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. So, yeah.
And then also at Ross, I found for $4.99 the Princess Leia from the ceremony at the end of A New Hope. I did not have this one, which is cool, but I bought another one to keep sealed in the package on the card, and another one to give away to Patreon members. So I kind of cleared them out of the Princess Leia's.
Look at that.
So that's 2 more giveaways we can do.
Some good stuff coming out for our people in the future.
Yes, I joined the Patreon. That's my fine edition segment. Most excited about. Oh, sorry, I have one more. Of course, want to give a big shout out to Lane Spader Luke. He, for Christmas, I was one of the people that he sent this Mandalorian to for a Christmas gift, and I have not opened him because I'm waiting to do a TikTok video, and I just haven't had the time or energy lately to do so. But from what it looks like in the box, it looks like it's going to be the best Mandalorian we have. From what I've heard, that seems to be the overall general consensus as well.
I can confirm it is easily by far the best Mandalorian we've had from Hasbro. And while I haven't played with like SH Figure Arts or Mafex, I think it will give them a run for their money.
Yeah. I mean, for $24.99.
Yeah.
This guy looks
exactly.
fantastic.
It's when you factor in things like the cost, and I also factor in like the articulation on Figure Arts and Mafex is going to be better, but sometimes it's too much. Like there's too much articulation to where there's like a learning curve to figure out how to move it. It's distracting and
visually
distracting. Too easy to make it look weird. Exactly. So this is my favorite Mandalorian that we've gotten for sure.
Yeah, so I'm super stoked to open this one. Even though I got it in 2023, I'm going to count it as 2024 because I've already done my top 10 and I don't want to redo it. I've already posted on the socials, did it on the podcast. So I'm just going to.
You did it too early.
Well, I mean, it was the last podcast of the year. I had to do it. But anyways, those are our fine additions. So big shout out to Lancer Luke for gifting us the Glavis Ringworld.
Very big thank you to Lancer Luke. Yep.
Big shout out to the suckers who are gonna buy the worst version of this that's currently available for pre-order. What are they calling it?
I don't know why anyone would. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would buy that. I don't get it. There's no need for it.
On Big Bad, it's sold out.
The Minds of Mandalorian. What? Why?
Sure. Yeah.
Who's buying it?
People don't listen to the Black Series Cantina podcast.
All right.
Unfortunately.
Well, that's their fault, I guess.
Yeah, let's see here.
That's probably what it is. Well, it's Wellbond's spot on card weird. The people that just buy the new releases, leave them in the box, and don't care. I mean, something like that, like a new mold, is absolutely wasted on people that don't even open their toys. Like, what's the point? Who cares?
Yep, look right there. Mine's a Mandalore, sold out.
That's so. Unless they made like 10 of them.
I'm saying. That's what I was thinking. Did Big Bad order like 20 of these tops?
Yeah.
It's just a worse version of the Glavis Ringworld.
Listen, if you're listening to this and you ordered the Minds of Mandalorian, email us blackseriescantina@gmail.com. Let us know why did you order that? I'm not going to make fun of you.
I will pay you to cancel.
No, I'm not going to. If it's your thing, like, fine. But when the Book of Boba Fett one is there in superior and the same price, and it comes with more accessories and a soft goods cape, like why would you buy that one? I don't understand it.
I feel like it's got to be mural completionist, right?
Probably. I mean, I would, and I understand that. I was in that position for a while. I get that. I really do. I'm but like I said, I'm not judging.
You weren't necessarily a mural completionist. You were just a figure. You technically already have that figure a couple times over.
I stopped being a mural completionist as soon as they did that Boba Fett, the prototype
the
one.
Amazon, yeah.
Yeah, because I had the original and there's no difference. I don't need the updated one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of putting that in a mural was a little odd because it's not necessarily even an Empire Strikes Back figure. It's just
it's not
a prototype.
It really isn't. Yeah,
version.
Yeah,
and it's not even necessarily
it
an
is
accurate prototype.
It is because that's how he was originally.
Yeah, but he had like different, like a little different like armor looks, like the wrists and some gauntlets were different, and
sure.
I think he even had a little bit of red, like red lighting, like so he should have had some red paint, but.
Oh, that's right. Clone Command, his didn't come with the Darksaber in his box. Dude, you should at least, at the very least, you should email Hasbro. You should email CMD Store or wherever you got that and let them know. But Hasbro,
yeah, they might send you a replacement.
They're not going to send you a replacement, but you'll get something out of it. They'll send you something. And at the very least, you can take that something and either take it or like sell it or whatever. Like I do that anytime I get something off from Hasbro. I email them and be like, yo, I got this, it's bad. And they send me like something of equal value or better. And I've gotten some good stuff from them.
I feel like the retailer might send a replacement.
The retailer absolutely should. The retailer, like, there's no reason if I bought something like that and it was missing a whole ass accessory, I would be livid. I would be up in arms.
Yeah, that'd be very upsetting.
I actually experienced that on Christmas morning. One of the figures that my wife got me for Christmas from Toy Snowman, he forgot to include, there's like an extra little accessory bag because some of the accessories that came with the figure originally were either missing or wrong, and they gave out updated accessory bags to go with the figure, and he didn't put that in the box. So I texted Amir on Christmas morning. I'm like, yo, dude, I'm missing this. And he's like, I got you. I'll send it out first thing. And actually what I did was I ordered like 2 more figures, and I'm like, hey, I helped you out. Like, just put them in the box of the figures I just bought. And he did. So I've got those now, which is great.
You're on the inside there now.
I am. It's kind of nice. Yeah.
You're a literal toy snowman.
Yes, that's me.
But now his name is out of date. It's not holiday season anymore. He has to change his name.
Always Toy Snowman. He's always a Toy Snowman.
Toys now, man.
Toys now, man.
So let's get to some news. Bale and Skull and Shin Hati, there's been a running change. They're doing the orange lightsaber. So this has to be a thing if they just didn't know they were probably concept art, red blades, and then was changed a little later on to be a little lighter.
I feel like the blades I got are they're not. I mean, I'm colorblind. Let's all preface that. So I'm not an expert on colors, but to me, they don't look red. They do look like a lighter red. Like if I compare it next to like a Darth Vader, it doesn't look as red as like a Darth Vader one.
Let me grab mine. So yeah, that's what I'm. So I've compared this is the Starkiller red blade.
Right.
It's not as deep and dark as a Darth Vader red, but this is pretty much the same as the Shin Hati one. Okay.
All right.
So I think it is supposed to be like a version of red, but it's not just like a deep red, if that makes sense. Like a Vader's is. Yeah, it's like a little more translucent. This is Starkiller's, and it's pretty much the exact same as Shin's. If I'm looking, it honestly might be the same, other than the little slant at the bottom.
Okay, so they're definitely colored wrong. And again, yeah, like we said, they get that concept art in super early, especially if they're trying to get toys out at the same time as, whatever the media is, the show, the movie, the game. And sometimes you just get some inaccurate stuff because the concept art is wrong. And the concept art they get isn't necessarily pictures of the actors or definitely not final. I think that's the same problem with Merrick and Hu Yang and why they're the wrong colors, because that concept art, they probably were looking more like that. And when you get so far into the production process and they make those, oftentimes like with coloring of like Hu Yang, that could all be done in post. Like, he's not a physical person there.
Yeah.
Even coloring on Merrick can be changed in post.
Yeah, also like lighting in each scene,
all that stuff. Exactly. So I get it when something like that doesn't match what we get in hand. It sucks, but it's one of the trade-offs of getting something super early or on time versus waiting a year or two and getting something better, like we did with the Book of Boba Fett figures.
Yep. Yeah, and that's kind of the balance between TVC and Black Series is TVC usually has to wait a little bit, but they get the more accurate version. But we kind of get ours with the media, and it's concept art version.
Yep.
And I think the Obi-Wan Kenobi show is a great example of that, because just specifically with Ewan McGregor's face on the figures, it's much better on the 2 latter Obi-Wan figures we got than it is the first 2. So I think that just shows they're really rushing those out to get them out as the show's releasing. You
know what they should do? I just had this thought. When they're releasing a figure, that kind of coincides with the show. They just put a little concept art version logo on it, so it's
like a concept art version. So then you gotta buy the actual show version later on.
Exactly.
Hey, I bought a concept version 2-pack that Obi-Wan and Darth Vader.
That's right.
2-pack.
I love that too. I want more of that stuff.
But yeah, I do like, running changes are cool whenever they update them midway.
Yep.
It does suck for the people who buy it and then have to try to track down an updated one.
Like us. So it sucks for the early adopters, but if and it sucks because I saw at Walmart like a week before Christmas that whole wave, and I didn't even bother looking at Balin and Shin because I'm like, I saw they were on pegs. I'm like, I've got them, and I walked away. But had I actually looked at them, I probably would have seen, more orange sabers, and I absolutely would have bought them and swapped out the sabers and returned the darker red sabers. And I have no problem doing that, and I don't care. You can come at me if you want. It's the same toy. Yeah, for sure.
So per Yak Face, the Droideka will be the next deluxe figure available to pre-order, which has me awfully excited. I'm really wanting to see those pictures of it.
Apparently, there's going to be some kind of pre-order
on the 24th.
On the 24th, yeah.
Usually, though, with those, and I didn't put that on our notes. Usually, I feel like with those, whenever it's like the Entertainment Earth shows, new pre-order on the 24th, it's like an older Gaming Greats figure.
That's true. It's like something that was exclusive from something else, and then that's true. That's a good point.
Because I feel like sometimes we've done that, and then it ends up being one of those clones from Walgreens or GameStop, and it's just kind of...
Wilbon's calling me out in chat, calling me a swapper.
Mike Swapper case.
You just said you'd do the same thing, man. Get off my back, bro.
But yeah, so the Droideka is going to be, I guess, $33.99, the deluxe price.
I mean,
are you going to be in on 2 of those right off the bat? You think?
I have to see it. I'm definitely in on one if it looks cool enough and has the right accessories and stuff. Yeah, potentially I could be in on 2, but I really have to see it before I just blindly just say, oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know. The Droideka has been on my top 3 wish list for a decade now, so it could be the worst figure I've ever seen, and I'll probably buy 4 of them.
As long as
I just need the army back there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But could you imagine if it actually does roll up? I want to see a video of Hasbro rolling it on the table.
For sure. Yeah.
And unraveling it to be this beautiful giant, because it has to be big too. It's not like they're tiny. It's going to be pretty big.
I mean, knowing Hasbro, who knows? It might be undersized.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3.75 inch scale.
Yes, that's all it is.
Just like Balin is.
Yeah, that's right.
Black Series Archive Wave.
It's the concept art version. Sorry,
it's the concept art. Yeah, slightly smaller, under scale.
That's right.
They'll just do. They're going to scale it with Grievous, so it'll be smaller.
That's what it is. Yeah,
unfortunately. The international exclusive Archive Wave, which consists of the Stormtrooper and New Hope Darth Vader, X-Wing Luke, and Bo-Katan, is hitting stores in Canada, so be on the lookout for those if you're up there. I will say the X-Wing Luke, the face
looks good.
It looks solid on those.
Yeah,
that might be a pickup through a Canadian friend.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it really depends, but the face does look a lot better than the one we got way back in, was it like 2020 when we got those, or 2019?
The archive, yeah.
The first archive ones, yeah. So I'm definitely, it's on my list, and I might get another Stormtrooper. If I'm picking up the X-Wing Luke, I might toss another Stormtrooper on there, because you can't have too many Stormtroopers, especially the new mold. Yeah.
But also, since this A New Hope Vader is in the main line, well, they not necessarily main line, but the mural packaging.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of think they'll do the same thing with this X-Wing Luke. Unfortunately, without the new
I see what you're saying.
But yeah, I feel like they just might do the same thing here soon with that.
We'll see.
So maybe,
I mean, it's weird that they're doing.
Get it from Canada.
Yeah, it is weird that they're doing an international only archive. Like, it's just a weird concept. I understand it, but it's also just because I understand it doesn't mean that it's not weird.
Yeah, I just really wouldn't be surprised if like the quote unquote A list, like wave 2 consists of this X-wing Luke, with this face, just
maybe
like
a stormtrooper
in there, and then a stormtrooper, So I think we could expect that this year.
Yeah.
And then we do have something cool, which I'll share my screen for to chat about. It's not, we don't really call these reveals, but it is kind of a reveal, right?
Sure.
It's a sort of a reveal.
It's so expensive though.
I know, right? $28. What do you think?
Like
about, so
it's the same price as
dental disguise.
Yeah. It's the same price as just an actual Black Series figure. The whole point of these were that they were inexpensive, relatively speaking. You know, they were like $17-18. And they were just good KOs of figures that Hasbro's probably never going to get around to. But they took a 501st, stuck a Cad Bane head on there. Now, is that an existing Cad Bane head? Or is it like where'd they get that Cad Bane head, you know?
I think that looks like a different sculpt, I feel like. Is it?
Yeah. I mean, it's weird. I don't know where is it like upscaled from a TVC version, or that's kind of what it looks like to me. Yeah.
Be a nice,
but
nice looking helmet there.
When I saw it, I was like, okay, that's cool.
What I'm worried about and has me hesitant, I'm waiting until people get it in hand. I'm not 100% sure this helmet fits over this head. This head looks long, in my opinion, vertically.
Yeah.
That chin, I feel like that chin's going to be sticking out, and this isn't going to fit over the top. That's why I don't think they have a single picture of him wearing it.
You're right.
Anyways.
They don't. I'm not in on this. I think it's a cool idea, but I think that this is actually potentially a figure that Hasbro could get around to.
Yep.
So
I agree.
I don't need this, and then also a Hasbro version that will be the same price, $28, which is ridiculous.
Yeah,
and if they do a new one, it'll probably
23.
Right. If they do a new one, it'll probably be on the newer body instead of the older body that these are all on.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, though, for the people buying this, you could maybe pop that head off and put it on a Rebel Commander and maybe make like the Battlefront, like a Battlefront alien trooper, which would be cool. But totally. I'm not in on this. It's cool, and I want a real Black Series version of it.
Yes.
But give me that new body. Like, I don't need this bad and that bad. My Clone Wars shelf is way overpacked. That's why I'm actually starting to 3D print like Clone Wars stuff now, sort of.
More shelves.
That I would love to do that. I'm actually starting to 3D print the clone defense thing, so I can have like some clones pull some stuff off this shelf. I kind of want to do like a battle scene with some droids and clones and some Jedi on a bookshelf, so that way it clears out some space on the Clone Wars shelf. But yeah, I'm gonna hold off on these. If people, I think we know a couple people that are getting them. If I see some in-hand shots on Instagram or whatever, and they really like it, maybe that convinces me to pull the trigger. Maybe not. But yeah, the price of like an exclusive Black Series figure, not even just a Black Series figure, an exclusive Black Series figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't love it that much to do that.
This is just a AliExpress exclusive Hasbro toy.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe this is just like a declined version. And they're
maybe
like, we don't want it, and then we're not going to do it. Sell the mold, get rid of the mold. But yes, we want to talk about the AliExpress. They've been dropping a lot of stuff lately, which is cool. So hopefully they keep it up. I'm not opposed to them doing more stuff like that.
No, I don't care. Yeah, sure.
That particular one, I'm probably, maybe it was a different color. I don't know. See, probably not.
Yeah, I feel like it's not blue enough, or it's like the wrong color of blue. It looks more like gray to me.
Like, well, you're colorblind anyways. So.
I'm very colorblind, so what do I know? What do I know?
If they could do a Rebel Soldier, version of it.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Maybe like a different alien head. I don't know. On a different helmet or a different body, I mean. But yeah, the Cad Bane disguise look is cool because that's a specific episode. Not
from a great episode too. Yeah,
a really good episode. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I think I'm just gonna wait until I see it in hand to make a final call on that. But right now, I'm gonna hold off.
Yeah. Sure.
So that's really everything we have to discuss. We didn't get any Black Series drops over our little break that we took for the holiday season, which is probably good. Yeah. I would have liked to see something, but I'm sure people at Hasbro, they've been going through a lot lately, of course, with the report about all the layoffs and all that. And then, of course, it's good timing for us because we didn't really have a podcast. So
we didn't. Yeah, it was great.
They gave us a favor by holding off on their releases till hopefully in between our next 2 episodes.
Merry Christmas, Mike and Zach. We give you nothing.
Honestly,
nothing.
Like all this stuff shipped like near the end of December. So I kind of need a little bit of a break.
Oh, I got so many G.I. Joes shipped at the end of December. I got a couple Transformers shipped at the end of December. I was overwhelmed by toys. In fact, I got to the point where I like G.I. Joe, but I got so many, it kind of killed it a little bit for me. Like I felt
oversaturated, maybe.
It's oversaturated. Exactly. It's hard to enjoy when they're just throwing stuff at you so fast.
Yeah.
It's like having it's like dating someone and they're like overly clingy and showering you with gifts and it sounds cool at first, but after a while you're like, all right, man, like back off.
Yeah, Mike is overjoed for sure.
Overjoed. Yeah.
And that's kind of how I felt whenever I got all these Ahsoka figures. And I'm not too excited about any of them. Hu Yang, I'm definitely really excited about, and Sabine, I'm excited about. But Shin Hati, come on, I'm playing with this Goku right now. I don't give a fuck about it.
Exactly.
You got to bleep that out. I just dropped an F-bomb. I don't give a crap about that Shin Hati figure that's out of scale when I got this legendary Super Saiyan Goku on hand. Come on now. First F-bomb of 2024.
I'm not going to bleep it out. I'm just going to leave it in, honestly, because I forget about it.
It was also just like a half. It was a half.
No, it's good. It
was a half bomb, right? It wasn't a big one. Lane Sweeter Luke jumping back in the chat. What did he miss? You gotta rewind and you gotta catch up to know. But no, we did find additions. We talked about, some of the not really news. I guess not really like big news, but the running change and Droidica dropping soon and all that. So just a little chit chatting. But now I think we're gonna jump into our discussion topics for this episode because we're kicking off 2024. And we talked about it earlier, but everybody knows what that means. We're like looking towards the future. What do we want? What do we want changed in the Black Series? I, for one, want to start by saying 2023, they got back into doing 2-packs. And we have some 2-packs, in the upcoming in the Black Series that are currently on pre-order and whatnot. I hope they keep doing that, personally. I don't mind a little bit of repacking and then like a newer like clone or something. Or like changing the gauntlets on the Jedi like they did with the Mace Windu and putting that with the new Trooper. Like, I don't mind that at all. I want more of that. More 2-packs. I think we could do like Tales of the Jedi 2-packs. Like throw a Jedi Dooku in there. With maybe... Well, I guess you can do a clone like with another Jedi. Give me a Count Dooku and Yaddle 2-pack because they technically fought.
That was a great fight. Yeah, absolutely.
Tales of the Jedi. I want more multi-packs. I think they're awesome, and they really leaned into those last year. So I hope they keep doing that, and I hope they sell well. So people do. Also, the prequel beat 2024 is going to be a big prequel year, which is awesome because we've already gotten some reveals from the prequel beat quotes they're doing,
like the Kiadi Mundi.
Yeah, which
revealed almost a year ago,
February 2026. We might finally get that on pre-order. Oh man. Yeah, so hopefully they keep doing that, but they actually let us pre-order and they actually release them in a timely manner rather than, tell them it'll be out in 2 years.
Yep.
So did you want to go into what we have in the pipeline?
Sure. Well, first I wanted to start by what we have on the docket for the coming year. I only have 14 figures listed Not counting that Book of Boba Fett wave that is in the midst of coming out. Like I got it, so it's not on my list anymore because I got it in 2023.
Well, also like Entertainment Earth is processing those now, so
true, yeah,
as of like last week. So I think people are starting to get them now. Anyways,
so this won't include those. Just to keep that in mind. But I've got 14 releases that are either up for pre-order or will be very soon, or aren't available in the United States where we live. So from A New Hope, we've got a Darth Vader, which is the fan channel A-list figure. We have from Ahsoka the clone 2-pack with the 501st, and what else was in that one? Anyway, the Target one that was
it was the
$25.
Yeah, and then the Ahsoka's trooper with the paint.
That's right. Yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. Then from Attack of the Clones, we got two figures on order. We have the Ki-Adi-Mundi, which technically isn't up for pre-order yet, but it has been revealed and we know it's Attack of the Clones. And then we also got the Super Battle Droid C-3PO 2-pack, which is up for pre-order pretty much anywhere you want. Then we got the 4 archive fan channel, but not US figures. We've got the Darth Vader, the Luke Skywalker X-Wing, the Stormtrooper, and the Bo-Katan, which in my opinion, I get the first 3. I think Bo-Katan's a little weird. I don't think anyone had any trouble getting her from anywhere in the world, but what do I know? I'm an American. I don't know.
And if you did, you could have bought it for $13 or 14 British this and 14 euros that, you know. You could have got it cheap
Exactly. Then we have the Mace Windu and 187th Clone Trooper, and that is a Shop Disney exclusive, but it was on Hasbro Pulse for a little bit as well. That's the Clones of the Republic line. We'll see if we get any more of that. That's entertainment agnostic.
I hope they do more of that. That's what I was mentioning. Let's dive
absolutely.
into that.
I would love to have a set with like a Jedi and like a clone from their regiment. Like it doesn't have to be their commander, but just like one of the clones from their regiment for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Then we do have the Pools of Mandalorian, which we talked about earlier. That is a fan channel A-list exclusive. And again, if you're buying it, let us know why. I'm just really curious why that, Luke, not the Book of Boba Fett one.
The good one is in stock on BBTS, and the bad one is sold out. So
it's so weird.
It's so odd. So odd.
Yeah. And then also from the Mandalorian, we have the R560O, which is on the new astromech droid body. That is Grief Karga's droid. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a Walmart exclusive. And then we have to round it out, 2 Phantom Menace figures. We got Padme and Anakin. Those are going to be fan channel, or they are fan channel. They're up for pre-order right now. So that's it. That's all we have.
They'll be at Ollie's.
Probably, honestly.
Unfortunately,
we'll see. I feel like this year they're not going to make as many figures as they made last year. I have a feeling.
Yeah, it seems like they might be cutting back on that.
Yeah. So that's what we know of that we've seen that you can either pre-order or will be able to pre-order very soon. But we do have some pipeline figures. These are figures that we haven't actually seen the figures of, but Hasbro's announced them as they're coming out. So we have the R5D4 and Pit Droid pack that will be a Target exclusive. And while I own the R5D4 regular, I'm still going to buy this one because I want me some Pit Droids.
Oh yeah, the Pit Droids are unnecessary. I don't have any Pit Droids in the collection, so that's a must-have for me.
For sure. We have the Mammon, which super excited to get that, especially if it's on the same body. Why wouldn't it be on the same body as the Doc Onder? But that's cool. Then we have the 3-pack with the Inquisitor, Cal Kestis, Second Sister, and Purge Trooper. So people looking forward to some more Jedi Fallen Order figures.
I'm getting that one. I'm in on that one.
Me too. I really do hope that, obviously it's going to be a new Cal Kestis in the Inquisitor uniform, but I'm hoping that Second Sister is going to have a non-helmeted face.
Yeah. So, and I'm excited about the big handheld weapon that the Purge Trooper has. The melee.
I am kind of hoping the Purge Trooper is on a different body as the original. I know a lot of people want them to be the same, so you have that homogeny, but I hate that body so much. that the first two had. So
I'd be willing to bet that it is on the same one. I think that's where I would lean that they would do.
You're probably not wrong. I just wish you were.
Yeah.
Then we have the Droidica. Oh, Droidica.
Hyped.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Then we have We'll see. Then we have the Phase 1 Clone Trooper. That's going to be on like basically the new mold version of that. So I'm assuming it's going to be a blank copy. How many of these are you going to get? Because we saw a lot more blank Phase 1 troopers than we ever saw Phase 2. Most Phase 2 clones had their like battalion markings and stuff on there.
I'm not a big Phase 1 guy. I like Phase 2 a lot better.
Sure.
I just need maybe one or two. Probably I have two currently because I found one.
Yeah.
I think I found. Did I find both at Ross or just one at Ross for like $5? But maybe I don't know. I have two of the blank the 2020 mold ones, or 2021, whichever it was. Yeah, the 2.0 body.
Right.
So I don't know how many of those I need. Maybe just one for the new body. Maybe two to keep an even number. I'm really not 100% sure. And then I'll probably buy the colors, like the ranks on the new mold. Probably get every one of those because whenever we first started collecting Black Series, 2013, 2014, I had them all that were up, and then I sold them. And then whenever I got back in, I never tracked those down. So they were kind of pricey too. So if they do them on the new body, like the ranks, I'll probably be in on them. But the blank ones, I'll probably maybe just do one or two.
That makes sense. Let's see. We also have the Mandalorian Night Owl, which again, we don't really know anything about other than it's just a random Mandalorian. I guess.
Probably just a background from season 3, I would imagine.
Yeah. Then we have the Darth Sidious coming out. Looks like it's going to be the one from the final duel in episode 3 when he fights Yoda. So not the one we want, but that was
not
the picture.
One we want, but it's still a good one. Maybe I'm sure there's somebody out there who has the Senate seat 3D print, and I can do a Yoda versus. Well, if we ever get a good prequel Yoda, that Palpatine and Yoda. Display there. So maybe I'll have to do that.
Yep. We're also getting a Clone Trooper and Battle Droid 2-pack.
Yeah.
I don't really have any other information other than that.
I wonder, is that Phase 1 or is that Phase 2? I can't remember right now off the top of my head.
I honestly don't. I don't remember. It was revealed at the London Comic-Con. Let's see.
Let me pull up my Instagram and see. I feel like it's Phase 2, right? I'm picturing Phase 2 in my head when I think of that. I just want to be 100% sure. I think it's Phase 2. It's just going to be a blank Phase 2.
Let's see.
I'm scrolling on my Instagram until I see it. London. When was London Comic-Con?
I think it was like October. Oh, here we go. It's Phase 2. I found it.
Phase 2. Okay. Yeah.
It specifically says Phase 2 Clone Trooper. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's going to be exclusive to Hasbro Pulse. The Darth Sidious is going to be fan channel.
I have 4 of these already. So if it's just the same old battle droid, I probably won't be in on that 2-pack. Unless there's something different about the clone or maybe something different about the droid. Or maybe it'll be a 2-pack to keep on card, right? If maybe the box looks cool.
Yeah, it depends. It could look cool. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
and then finally,
you'll be in on it. For sure.
It's true. No, 100%. I'm a sucker. But to round it out, we're getting an entire publication wave as one set. And that is
4-pack, right? Or the
4-pack, the Heir of the Empire Last Command 4-pack that's going to have Joe Roos, Luke, and Mara Jade. That's 4 characters, and yes, 2 of them are Luke Skywalker. That's going to be a Hasbro Pulse and Shop Disney exclusive, and I'm pretty excited for it. It's so stupid. I can't believe they're doing it, and yeah, I'm gonna buy it.
We should do an over/under on the price of that, because the Star Killer set was 110, right? Retail.
Yeah, but that was also that was a convention exclusive, and it came with a lot of extra stuff. Yeah. This one, well, obviously we don't know anything really about it.
So 25 times 4, of course, is 100.
I'm guessing plus 125 or 150.
All right, so let's set the over/under at 127.5. So you're taking Sounds the over.
Good. Yeah.
127.5. See, I feel like that seems low. It's Hasbro Pulse and Shop Disney.
See, 100. Yes. On a convention exclusive, it's Hasbro Pulse Shop Disney.
Okay, I'll take the under. I'll take under on 127.5. I'm hoping for a 119 now. And
I mean, if they were $28 a piece, that'd be $112.
Yeah,
I think there's a pretty good chance it'll be under, but I'm just expecting.
Well, also, if it comes with a decent amount of accessories, though, I could see them doing like $129.99.
We'll see. Well, I don't know what accessories they could really come with. You know, Jorus was more of a lightning hands person. He wasn't like a lightsaber dude. So I hope he comes with some kind of alternate hand thing. The Luke and the Luke are pretty much just going to come with their lightsabers. I don't even know what Mara Jade would come with, honestly.
A saber, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. Who knows? Oh, so yeah, Brian, we're talking about the publication 4-pack with Luke, Mara, and that Jorus Kaboth guy. Over or under 127.5 US dollars. I'm taking the under. Mike's taking the over, even though we can drop it down if you want to. If we can go to like 118.5.
All right. 118.5.
See, I feel like it might be like 119. That seems like a perfect price for it. All right, 122.5.
All right, 122.5. All right.
I'll take the under on 122.5.
All right. We'll see.
I'm going to write this down so we remember to revisit this. 122.5. I'll take the under. Mike's taking the over. Loser. I don't know what the loser has to do on the podcast, but who knows? Maybe we'll let our Patreon VIPs think of something. Pitch us in our VIP chat on Instagram. Pitch us your ideas.
Suddenly I don't feel comfortable with this bet.
Watch it be like 123 and you win, though.
I win.
124.99. Yeah, see, Brian's saying the box is easily going to be 10 to 15 of that. See,
we'll see.
Came with a giant base, though, too.
It's true. It came with a lot of extra stuff, a base. I mean, it just really depends on how out there they go. But also, because it's not convention exclusive, they're going to be making more of them to offset that cost. Because that's one of the reasons convention exclusives are so expensive is they just don't make a lot of them.
All right, what's our over under 122.5?
Yeah, 122.5.
All right, I'm asking the show squad in the text. Publication 4-pack over or under 122.5. Let's see what they say. Hopefully they reply before the podcast ends. I want to get their opinions. So if Luke, you're still in the chat, put your opinion in the group chat. All right. Let's see, what else are we going to discuss for 2024 outlook? Mike, what do you want to see in the future? Kind of maybe, do you want to see any changes to the Black Series of this year? Realistic changes you have in mind?
Oh, so I think for me, what I would rather see is fewer figures with more intent put in them. I really thought the line was at its best when we were only getting like 30 to 40 figures a year tops. And I just feel like it was a lot more enjoyable. It was easier to keep up. You weren't feeling overwhelmed. They could take more time, with the figures because they weren't having to push out as many. if they could just slow it down, just turn the nozzle down. Don't make so many. I've never been one to care about buying something and then, a couple months later it goes on clearance or on sale or something, because I've had it for a while, and then it's just kind of what I have to deal with for being an early adopter. But there were a couple times where, within a week or two, I would buy something and suddenly they're flooding Ross or on super steep discount. And that
Target's the worst.
Yeah, it does suck. It hurts. It makes it not as enjoyable when it's that fast. Like, I always kind of expected a little bit, but when it's that fast, it sucks. So I feel like, focusing on more but producing less would fix that.
I agree. It's the one that comes to mind is the Target exclusive, the Cad Bane and Cobb Vanth 2-pack. I feel like that released online, and then I went to Target like a week later, and it was 25% off.
Yeah.
That set got clearance so hard.
And very fast. And kind of, but to a lesser extent, the Grogu Luke
and
one.
Luke's
But
pack.
I was kind of expecting that. And I feel like that was a decent amount of time, but it still felt a little fast. Because they weren't on shelves that long before they started getting clearanced.
Well, also with that one, it went on clearance, but recently on, I think, one of the online distributors, it was like $18.
Yeah.
Or something absurdly cheap. And I was like, okay, this is crazy. Why did I pull the trigger on that when I got it? But I like the set. So
exactly. I like the set. And I want to support the line. And, there's people that are like, oh, just wait till that one goes on clearance. I'm like, you're right, you can. But if you do that for everything, they're not going to make the toys anymore.
Yeah.
They're not doing this out of the goodness of their heart. They're doing this for the business.
To make money.
To make money. Exactly. And if that's not making money, they're not going to make more. So you kind of shoot yourself in the foot if you constantly just wait for things to go on clearance.
Yeah. Yeah, Brian makes a good point. He says the fact there's 3 running changes on the shelves has kind of halted my gotta have it immediately buzz.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Pump the brakes and flooding and focus on quality control. I agree. Like, that's a very good point. Like, we've said it multiple times on this podcast. We would rather wait 6 months to get a more accurate version of the figure. I'm in no rush, certainly, to have figures on my shelf. Like, I'd love to get things when they release. Like, it's really cool. But at the same time, I would much rather wait, 6 months to a year to get an accurate Paz Vizsla, with the
correct.
Give us the accessories, give us the vibro blade, and give us a little shield and all that. Fix the tubing.
I missed one figure on my list. How could I do that?
Oh, you left something off.
2024. We got. Oh no, it's there. Paz Vizsla. I think I just skipped it accidentally.
Okay.
The Paz Vizsla was one that I missed.
It's an easy one to skip. I mean, it's
for sure. It's just
been
the same
released
Paz
like
Vizsla
4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Like who's getting it at this point, right? Unless you're a new collector.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And I'm sure there are new collectors, but I'm pretty sure. Hold on, if I go on like Amazon right now,
I guarantee you can get the other one just on clearance or cheaper,
exactly.
Right?
So
or maybe even retail still.
Is it Heavy Infantry Mandalorian was the original name for him. You can buy him for $28 off Amazon right now, which is less expensive.
Is that the red box version?
That's the red box version.
Mm-hmm.
And you could buy the credit collection version for $29 right now.
I just typed in on eBay to look at secondary market price. It's the original red box version, Heavy Infantry Mandalorian, $25 plus $6 shipping. New, sealed.
Yeah. So like
it's not like there's a demand for this character.
There's not a demand for this figure. And it was, I think, one of my top figures of when it came out 2019. I'm not saying it's a bad figure.
Oh, it's a great. I love the figure.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it's definitely not something they need to re-release over and over and over again. I mean, we got that one. We got the credit collection. We got the carbonized version, and then we have the John Favreau version, which I have and I still have never opened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mine's still in that pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, just some of the decisions are, and that's one thing I would like to see better of, like decision making from Hasbro. Like release figures that have demand that act like that Paz Villa. There's no reason to release it. Bo-Katan in that international exclusive archive wave. Yep. Like maybe there's a county in Ireland that didn't get enough Bo-Katans. You know, but who knows?
How important are they? In the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. They can get a Bo-Katan for cheap somewhere, for sure.
Somewhere.
Shipping to those countries might be crazy, but it's just such an odd thing to do.
And I agree with Brian, pick any 4 Ahsoka figures and put them next to any 4 Book of Boba Fett figures that just came out. And overall, Book of Boba Fett they're better figures because they've had that extra time to cook.
Yep. And I've said it. I think I said it earlier this episode specifically, and I've said it before on the podcast. Like, look at those Obi-Wan Kenobi head sculpts, the last 2 and the first 2, and you can easily tell which ones were rushed out and which ones were, stewing for a year and a half, getting ready to be released. So, and being worked on for a long time. But yeah, Luke does make a great point here. He says, I think Pulse's expansion globally are a big reason why we're seeing figures re-released. That's a great point. I also think
that's a good point.
I also think it's financially from the top down. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the top executives are saying we want to push out more things where we don't have to create brand new molds for and just make as much money as we can. Release anything that has such a high margin that we don't have to put into production costs into. Like new sculpts and all that. So I think that's the reason we're seeing a lot of re-releases. And they're in the business to make money. They're not there to make friends. They want to make money, so you can't blame them. If I were running a toy business, I'd probably do the same thing. You never know. But yeah, more 2-packs. I think multi-packs are great. We mentioned earlier they've leaned into those, and hopefully they keep leaning into those. And everybody knows me. I want to see more prequel figures in 2024. And with the prequel beat, this is the year we're gonna get the new Anakin. We have to. We got to get it announced. He was in Ahsoka, and we got the Revenge of the Sith anniversary coming up next year. If this and next year isn't the year, I don't know when it is, because he was in Ahsoka. He's always in demand. This is the year for the new Anakin. I'm calling it. What do you think?
I kind of want to be a jerk and say, like, nope, you're never gonna get it. But I would be fooling myself if I said I wouldn't look forward to a new, Revenge of the Sith, Anakin Skywalker fully retooled. I will say though that every year I watch Star Wars on New Year's or on Christmas Eve and drink a little whiskey. This year, I watched the despecialized edition of Return of the Jedi that I got my dad on Blu-ray, 4K, a couple of like a year ago or so, last year I think, and it was kind of nice seeing my boy Sebastian. I'm just saying.
I mean, that's cool and all, but that's not you didn't watch the canon version. So
I watched. I will say it was great. Not hearing Jedi Rocks. You got that original.
Jedi Rocks slaps.
Yeah.
Jedi Rock slaps. It slaps. Jedi Rock slaps. Yes, it does.
Not as good as Laughing Hack.
Jedi Rock slaps. I mean, they're both good, but Jedi Rock does slap.
And we got some classic Yub Nub at the end. Like, it was just...
Yub Nub. That's nice. The better one. That's the better one.
Yeah. All right. That's the one change. That's the
you
change.
Can't watch the despecialized edition and then watch the Ahsoka show and then watch, Ghost Anakin at the end. And you're like, oh, what happened? I wonder what happened. Like, why is this old dude here? Is that old dude? Who is that? Who is that old guy that looks nothing like Darth Vader that we just saw? How does this guy have hair? Why doesn't he have a hole in his head?
Good point. Good point.
But I know we've argued about that too many times, especially me and Wilbon. So, but I would not be opposed to a single released Force Ghost Anakin with the Sebastian Shaw head. I would buy it, and on this podcast, I'll burn it. That's what I'll do.
Wow. Well, you still bought it. That's all we care about.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I wouldn't even support it. I would not support it. I wouldn't buy it. I'd hope that thing would hit clearance so fast. I'm calling it right now. That thing would hit clearance faster than this Minds of Mandalorian that's about to be released. I'm calling it right now.
Well, should we go into some of the figures we want to see this year?
I absolutely think we should. I have a slideshow, so I'll have you go first, so we can save the slideshow for the end.
Yeah, I didn't make a slideshow because I had a lot of other stuff going on today, and I've been working on my top 10 video list, which is always my biggest video of the year. So I gotta get that out of the way. But I did throw together a little bit. I took last year's list and took off I think 4 things that I had on the list that actually came out, which is nice.
It's always good whenever we get those.
It feels good. I'll admit, sometimes I do things that I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is coming out this year. But so number 10, and this is one I would be very surprised if we didn't get. Number 10, a Book of Boba Fett.
Ooh, good choice.
And I have him on here because right now he's sort of a hole in the collection. Like, yeah, we got the one from The Mandalorian with the baggy pants, but now that we've got Chrysanthemum and, other figures from Book of Boba Fett, I can't have the baggy pants Boba Fett fighting Cad Bane.
The hammer style pants, yeah.
Yeah, I just can't. It doesn't look right. So I want the proper Book of Boba Fett. Excellent choice. Yeah. My number 9, this is going a little crazy, and it's one I'm pretty sure we're not going to get because they took him out of the movie. But Lax Sivrak, the original Wolfman from A New Hope, he was my favorite Cantina alien that wasn't Mammal Naden. But since we're getting him, again, I took him off the list. So since we're getting him, I had to do a new Cantina alien. So I always want to have at least one Cantina alien on my top 10 wish list. And I don't think we'll ever get him, but this year I'm choosing Lax Sivrak because I think he's neat. In the same vein, for number 8, I always like to have a Jabba's Palace denizen on my list, and until we get him, it's going to be Reese. I need that 3-eyed freak. I need him. Yep. My number 7, this is a holdover from last year, Agent Callus. I want Agent Callus. He's a whole missing in Rebels.
Which look, though?
I don't care. It could be the Rebel version. It could be the Imperial version. I just want Callus. They could do a 2-pack.
I would prefer the Imperial version with the helmet.
Make it a 2-pack. Yeah, sure. I did like the helmet that covers up his mutton chops. I love that. Yeah, for sure. Number 6, just because I feel like there's been a little bit of a resurgence in the interest in Legends continuity, but Dash Rendar. I love the extreme 90s Han Solo. And I think it'd be a good time for him. One that I put on here for our friends over at Out of the Basement, Max Rebo. It would be cool if it was the whole band, but I just put in Max Rebo just to do it. Wilbon Snuva. I almost put Snuva on the list, but I decided I want, if we're going for it, I'd want the main guy. I'd want Dash Rendar. But Max Rebo, I just feel like it's time. It's time to have Max Rebo in the line. Number 4, I moved up significantly. She was number 10 on my list last year. Now she's number 4, and that's Bespin Leia, the last original trilogy outfit for Leia that we don't have. I need it. I need her. I want her.
It is a very pretty dress.
It's a great dress. It's probably my favorite outfit, and it's Empire Strikes Back, which is my favorite movie. So there's a lot of reasons why I want this, and I feel like the longer it goes, the more I might push her up. But I don't know how much else I could push her up, because the top three are three figures I definitely really want. Number 3 is the other game. It could be a Gaming Greats, Kyle Katarn. Love Kyle Katarn from the Dark Forces games, and Dark Forces is getting a remaster this year. So I figured, since we got Darth Malak and Bastilla Shan because of the remake that may or may not still happen. I keep hearing back and forth of Knights of the Old Republic. I'm thinking, with Dark Forces kind of hitting the zeitgeist again, maybe we'll get a Kyle Katarn.
That makes sense.
My number 2 is currently my favorite bounty hunter that hasn't been made yet, and that's Embo. Love me some Embo.
Mm-hmm.
And my number 1 is unchanged from last year, and probably will stay my number 1 until Hasbro makes him, and that is the Jedi killer, or the clone killer himself, Pong Krell.
He'd be such a good Black Series figure.
Deluxe. Make him super deluxe. I don't care. Make him $50. As long as he was the right size with the proper amount of double-sided folding lightsabers, I'm down.
So we have an update in the Shill Squad over under.
Okay.
Rick. I have his nickname in here as his contact name. So I said Rick as J Rick, but Justin says, for that amount of reuse, I want to say under with a crying emoji. Luke also says under. So hopefully
we'll see.
Hopefully the under hits, but it would suck. It would suck if it's like 129.
For sure.
And for those listening, the over under was set at 122.5.
And just for the record, I don't want it to be over. I would love it to be under.
Mike wants it to be $199.99.
I want Hasbro to charge me more. Charge me, Daddy. What? Like what? No, I don't want to pay more. I'm assuming the worst is what's happening.
All right, here's my 2024 top 10 wish list. We're going to start with number 10. Is going to be a classic. I think everybody wants this. The Death Star gun.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like it's a must.
Yes.
It's just odd that we don't have it. It's one of those things that it seems like it would be an obvious choice. But unfortunately, they haven't done it yet. And I played this character in the old Battlefront games. He's really cool in the movies. So I think he should definitely be made. And number 9, Ben Solo. I feel like we need more representation from the end of that movie.
I almost put Ben Solo on my list as well. Yeah, for sure.
I just like the look. Adam Driver with the blue saber and just all black with the hole in his shirt. I think that'd be cool.
Yep. Would you give him Leia's saber?
That's the one he uses, right? Or does he use?
I think
Anakin's?
So. I don't know. Even if he used Anakin's, because we have so many Anakin sabers, I would want Leia's saber just to have
Chad, help us out. I think he takes Anakin's, right?
Yes, and he takes Anakin's. It was moved over. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think
that's
I'd
right.
I'd give him what he uses in the movie. I'd give him what he uses.
Okay.
That's me personally.
So many times in the Black Series.
I know, but that's just. Do we even have Leia's saber?
Yeah. That no, we don't. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you mean if I were making it?
Yeah.
Give him both. Give him both.
Give him both, and he also needs a blaster so he can shoot a guy from behind him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Number 8, I have Shakti. I think.
Yes.
I wanted a prequel Jedi in here, and I think they would do an excellent job with Shakti. I think they do a great job with aliens in general, and I think she would just be like such a cool Jedi to add in here.
Would she be a traffic cone, though, is the question?
Probably. You're probably right on that. I didn't even think about that. Maybe I'd rather have Luminara than, or maybe she'd even be a traffic cone.
She'd also kind of be a traffic cone, to be honest with you. Yeah.
All right, maybe I'll change my prequel Jedi pick.
Maybe like Stas Ali or something like that, or
yeah, or the one that Luke has now, Coleman Trevor.
Oh, Coleman Trevor, he's a dinosaur.
Yeah, Coleman Trevor. He's the dinosaur
sure.
Jedi. All right, I'm gonna update my top 10 as soon as.
Okay.
But Shock T would be really good if they could find a way to make it work.
For sure.
If they could find a way to mix soft and hard goods to make it.
Yeah, just like they did on Doc Onder. I was thinking that too. If they could do that, for sure.
If they could do some type of mix.
Yeah.
And then I want Jedi Count Dooku from Tales of the Jedi. I've been clamoring for this figure ever since the episodes, and I feel like we need some representation. I also, Yaddle isn't on my list, but Yaddle almost made like number 10, so she's kind of an honorable mention because Yaddle just had such a whole new layer added to the character during those episodes, and I feel like you could also make not this Dooku, of course, but
you mean she was an actual character instead of just someone sitting in a seat in the background?
Exactly. Yeah. And next up, I actually switched this from Life Force Palpatine to Undead Palpatine. And I was thinking, because they probably wouldn't give us all these mechanisms behind him, but I know Luke would, dial up a nice thing behind him and I could 3D print it. So Undead Palpatine would be pretty sick. So I got some Rise of Skywalker representation in here.
You do. And his big like bio arm thing that he was like hooked up to.
The crane. Yeah. Luke could do all that. I know I'm giving Luke a lot of work here, or they could do like a giant deluxe set and have this little thing he said kind of stands on in the background.
They're not going to do it. They wouldn't give Admiral Akbar his care.
Yeah. That's true. Next up, we have the Galactic Marine. These are probably my favorite troopers that we don't have in the line. I've loved.
Also, we're getting Kiadi-Mundi and
we're getting Kiadi-Mundi. So
you know what I mean. You just want to,
heck yeah.
You just want to see him gunned down. And
I just want to kill him. I need the scene on my show where he's getting shot up.
I would get 4 of these
to surround,
just to surround Kiadi-Mundi. Yeah, for sure.
Just like lay him like face down, just like getting shot.
That's how I would display him, 100%.
That'd be great. But I've loved these ever since like that, Battlefront 2 classic, that game in 2005. I played as these all the time just because they're also kind of OP in the game. They got the super automatic weapon there.
They just look like cooler versions of snowtroopers. That's all.
Yeah. And you convinced me Pong Krell is on my top. He's in my top. I think I'm on number 4 right now, but I'm not 100% sure. But Pong Krell would just be such a sick Black Series figure. 2 giant sabers. He's a giant 4-armed character. Like, come on now. How can you not want this in the Black Series?
He would look so awesome.
And this is number 3. We have Chancellor
You have Palpatine on your list twice.
Yes, so we have Undead Palpatine. Yeah. And so the reason I switched from Life Force Palpatine to Undead Palpatine is specifically because we're getting an Episode 3 Palpatine that looks mostly the same. So I feel like it's kind of, like not necessarily needed. But the Undead version would be super sick. This was number 1, but I dropped it down because they're doing the Episode 3 version where he fights Yoda. It's not super, I'm not super in a rush for it, but I feel like having a Chancellor Palpatine where you could swap the head in the Mace Windu fight, that's at least top 3. So this is number 3 for me. Number 2, I have Jedi Crate Luke. This is like the Luke from the sequels, in my opinion, and it's the one we don't have.
Which I almost put this on my list as well. Yeah, for sure.
And this is like one of the cooler looks for Luke I've seen. Yep. Especially in the sequels because he's either got the white robes or he's, a hermit in his brown. But this is like he's an actual Jedi. He's got, less gray hair. He got darker hair. So he can still kick some ass in this and I want it. And my number 1 pick, can you guess what it is?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what it is. It's not even a question.
No, you don't. There's no reuse on this list. These are new characters. So I know everybody probably thinks Anakin is my number 1. He would be, but this is like new characters that we don't have, essentially.
You put Anakin Skywalker.
I mean, if I did a top 10 list of like
Force Ghost Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, this is specifically, but it is a saber user. We have Savage Opress. I feel like this is starting to become a hole in the Clone Wars shelf. I feel like we have Darth Maul.
No, you're absolutely right. Absolutely.
We have everybody use fights, so
yep.
I feel like this would be a great.
You want the robot arm version?
Oh, I didn't even see that. I just picked the first picture.
I mean, it's a good version. That's
either one. I don't care, guys, bro. Just give me a Savage Press and I'll be happy. Yeah, new year, new Zach. I don't even want an Anakin anymore. That's like
you're over. Anakin was so 2023.
Yeah, he was so 2023. There's so many people clamoring for a new Anakin that I'm not on this anymore.
Hot West Savage summer. Wet Savage.
We're on the Savage Press train now. Full steam ahead. But if I did a list that included like figures I wanted updated also, episode 3 Obi-Wan would be up there. Episode 3 Anakin, of course. Yeah. It'd probably be too many because we have a lot on the shelf that we need updates for. Force Awakens Rey. I mean, come on now. That figure's absolutely trash.
For sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
We could do a whole episode on what we need updates to.
Honestly, we could. We could do it. We could just do it right now, Zach.
Let's do it. Django Fett. I'll say one and you say one.
All right. Now I'm just going through. I got action figure 411 up. Let's go. Orange Wave. X-Wing Luke. Yes. We need a new version.
Absolutely.
Darth Maul from The Phantom Menace. Absolutely needs a new version.
100%.
Sand Trooper. Doesn't necessarily need a new version in the sense that they'd have to make anything new. Just take the Stormtrooper mold we already have and give him Sand Trooper accoutrement.
I'd just be so worried that the paint apps would be so trash.
I don't care. Yeah, but you're probably right. We already got a new version of R2, so we're set there. We don't.
Yeah, we're set. We're set on R2.
Yeah. Princess Leia definitely needs a new version. They probably never will, but I would hope at some point we would. ESB Boba Fett. What do you think? What do you think the answer is?
I would buy it. I would buy it for sure. I'm a sucker like
I don't think we need a new version of Greedo. I think Greedo's pretty good, honestly.
I mean he does his job. He sits there on the
his articulation is older, but like I just don't think having new articulation on him would really change anything,
Yeah, and like I'd buy it maybe, but it's not. Yeah. It's on like the bottom of the list of new of new molds.
Yeah. Han Solo from A New Hope. I would 100% buy something with a better face. Yeah, for sure.
Also, the neck is too long.
Yeah, way too long. But I would want the same accessories.
Oh, they would do a new sculpt and then just give us the belt
for sure. You're right.
and the blasters, no hands.
It would just be the blaster and the belt. No extra hands. No stormtrooper belts. The fact
he'd be wearing his belt, but without.
Exactly. It was great. And then he also had the gloves, his flying gloves. Like
it would only be it'd either be the regular hands or the gloved hands. Yeah. And then they'd release a second version with the gloved hands.
One of them would be convention exclusive, and the other one wouldn't be.
Yep.
Let's see. We got an updated. Yeah, exactly. We got an updated Stormtrooper, so we're good there. Episode 3 Obi-Wan definitely needs a new figure. What do you think we need a new Bespin Luke? Or is the 40th anniversary Empire Strikes Back one with a new head good enough?
That one is fine. I think if they did a new one, I want it to be battle damage from the Vader fight.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Red on the eye and like maybe some clothes torn. If they want to throw some butterfly joints on it with some clothes.
And that's the thing is having butterfly joints would really help that figure out a lot, and like maybe a deeper bend on the elbow.
Yeah, but if they just wanted to do a straight Bespin Luke, rebuild, I'd be like, we can probably squeeze some other things in a little that are a little more important, in my opinion.
Looking back, when they first started saying the line, it was touted as like these are definitive versions of these characters, and I think that third wave is when that stopped. I think that they only did that for the first 2 waves of figures. But the Stormtrooper, he came with two blasters. That's fine. Obi-Wan just comes with a lightsaber, like no cloak, no extra hands, just a lightsaber. He could have even come with the blaster he used to shoot Grievous, but he didn't. If they were making a truly definitive episode 3 Obi-Wan, he would have come with more stuff than just his lightsaber. And the same thing with Luke. Luke could have come with, the little apparatus for his hand. He could have come with a lot of different stuff, but he didn't. Then we got the Anakin Skywalker, obviously needs a new version.
Yeah, and even that one, if this was the definitive version, he would have had a cloak.
True, absolutely. Yep. And then we got
his hand color is painted the wrong color. I don't know if you've noticed that on that Anakin. His glove is brown and not black. That's been like one of my biggest pet peeves about that figure. He has a black glove, but that figure is brown glove.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, trust me, I'm in the trenches on this new Anakin. The neck is too long. Yeah.
Well, and then like the early versions of that figure, because you see it online, they had like an uncolored like waistcloth around it, so it's like white instead of black. So it's always weird seeing that. And then the last figure in the first phase of Black Series was the Clone Trooper, which we've gotten an update for. So of these figures, 1, 2, 3 of them, three of them have had upgrades, and maybe 2 of them don't need upgrades.
Yeah, and you know how much money they've made on that Boba Fett mold too? They're probably just going to keep doing it.
So much money, it's nuts.
I think that's what 11 releases on that mold.
It's gotta be
11.
We got that one. We have the white one. We have the carbonized one. We have the droids one. We've got the black one. We've had that one released twice. On top of the original release, it was released in the archive, and then again in the 40th anniversary.
Well, also the Mexican 4-pack.
Also the Mexican 4-pack.
Yeah. Kind of a deep cut for Black Series collectors.
Yes, it is. Yeah. For inbox collectors, that is a grail for sure.
Yeah, I have the list right here, actually, of them all. So the original Mexico 4-pack, the 2013 SDCC set with the Carbonite Han.
Right.
That one. Original prototype. The 40th anniversary one, which was the SDCC 2019. Archive version. Empire Strikes Back 40th version, which is not the exclusive with the fancy colors. Carbonized version.
Right.
Droids version, the black version, the white version a second time.
Right.
And let's see, did they do it again? That's it. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 releases of that.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yep.
And I probably have 6. Well, I don't know how many of those I have. I'm gonna try to count them. I got the original, got the prototype, got the SDCC 40th. I think, do I have the Empire on card? I'm not sure. Don't have the carbonized. 4, 5. Yeah, I have 5 of them. 5 of the 6. So I'm a sucker.
Well, I mean, it's Boba Fett.
Yeah. But also I have the, the newer versions and the Return of the Jedi version, the deluxe one. So I've bought that character a ton.
But we need an update to the Empire Strikes Back version.
Absolutely.
It was good at the time, but the articulation specifically just has not aged very well.
He still visually looks really good, in my opinion.
Sure.
Like you can get him in a good pose where he's like just holding. And in fact, right there. That's the Empire Strikes Back one right there, just standing in the little hallway of the Jabba the Hutt set. And he looks fabulous.
You don't have the Return of the Jedi one there?
That's probably a better point. But I mean, I was thinking he brings him in, in ESB. So that's just kind of what I was thinking.
I guess that's no. You're not wrong. At some point, he was in Jabba's palace.
But
in that
you're
outfit.
right. I have the right side of my set is all episode 6 stuff. Like I got Luke walking in, and I got Slave Leia, and I have the Leia and Chewbacca walking in, because he's the prisoner Chewbacca.
You have Leia on there twice, technically.
Yeah. I have like the scene. It's just like things that have happened in the Jabba's palace.
Little vignettes. Yeah. Little
yeah.
vignettes. Yeah.
So, because if it was a moment in time, I'd have stuff on the shelf back here that kind of belongs here, but isn't there?
Yeah. No, it's true. Good point. Okay. Let's do Blue Wave real quick, because looking at this is kind of interesting. So the first one that came out was the Stormtrooper with the black pauldron. Same kind of thing. Like, I wouldn't hate it if they came out with the black pauldron Stormtrooper on the new body. Yeah, they already have the new body. They just got to release that version. We just got an updated version of the removable helmet Darth Vader, which is great. Same thing with the Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight. Like, we just got a new version of that.
Fabulous figure. Top 10 of
yeah, absolutely. Chewbacca.
He's low. He'd be low on the list if they wanted to redo him for me. I don't think I really care to have a new Chewbacca, in my opinion.
Okay. I would only
want a new sculpt Chewbacca.
Only if they could just figure out a way to just dramatically do him differently. So he moves better. I would if they figured out a way to get him looking good and still have like decent articulation, I'd be down. But if not, like, he's fine as he is.
Yeah. He does his job on the shelf. He's not ever gonna be in any crazy pose.
True.
So
true. Let's see. The TIE Fighter pilot, I don't think needs an update, to be honest with you.
No, he does his job on the shelf. You know, if it were up to me, he'd be on near the bottom of the list also of figures that need updates.
Yeah, if they never did an update to it, I'd be fine with it. Yoda,
no, absolutely needs a new. We need a definitive like prequel version of Yoda, because this is kind of a mix of both.
It is, and it's weird that we have this weird amalgamation of both prequel and OT that kind of fits neither.
And he's just way too big. He's huge
for sure.
So if you bought the Luke pack, the Dagobah pack, you have a good
Yoda. Yeah, you have the remade Yoda. Yeah,
we just need a new prequel Yoda, and
correct.
Put it in a pack with somebody. Put it in one of these Clones of the Republic packs with a clone.
Easy, yeah. Put him in with the whatever the clones, the contingency with the Gree.
Yeah,
from Endor or from
Gree.
Kashyyyk, I mean, yeah.
Removable head Gree.
That's right, removable head Gree. Clone Trooper Sergeant, sure. If they, painted the new Clone Trooper that they're coming out with in Sergeant colors, why not?
Yep, I'd buy it.
Yep. And then the first re-release they ever did was the Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 3 again for some reason. Don't know why. Sure, we need an update for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we already did that.
Yeah.
Han Solo Stormtrooper outfit. Yeah.
I would, new body.
New body,
Han head.
New head. Yeah.
20, yeah. I don't see how well they haven't already. It seems like easy money to me.
It seems so easy. I don't know why they haven't done this. Bosk?
Now, this is a good one.
Does Bosk need a new figure?
In my opinion, he doesn't need a new figure, but I would love a new one because the articulation is so outdated on Bosk.
I agree.
He can barely hold his gun.
I agree. That is a big problem with Bosk, for sure.
I think modern articulation, Bosk could be one of the best figures in the entire line.
I mean, this Bosk was up there for me for a long time. He was in my top 10 best figures for a while. Emperor, I mean, honestly, I was really bummed when I got the Amazon one and realized that it was just the original. It was the same Emperor, but with more stuff and with better paint on his face.
Yeah, he doesn't need an update.
No, he doesn't.
No, it's kind of similar to how I feel with Chewbacca and the TIE pilot. Yeah. I'm I'd probably buy it, but he doesn't need it. He'd be near the bottom of the list on updates.
Sure. Luke Skywalker Stormtrooper, they kind of did, but again, it's on the old body, so I would still say yes. Give us one on the new body.
I agree. The red clone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same as the
captain.
green one or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So the
Cody
sergeant was green, and then the captain red. Both of those. Commander Cody,
100%. Like it's stupid. It's a stupid question. Yes.
Yeah.
On the new clone trooper body, removable helmet, please. Little hologram thing.
Order 66 hologram. Yep.
Maybe just the Obi-Wan's hilt, like his lightsaber hilt, not an extendable blade.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Little things things that he had.
Also, make him a new mold and then release that mold gray and white for Bad Batch.
For sure.
Right? I'd buy it twice.
I would buy it twice. I wouldn't even think about not buying it twice. I would have the gray Bad Batch version and then the regular version on my shelves. I mean, give us a 2-pack with Obi-Wan, a new redone Obi-Wan or a Clone Wars Obi-Wan or something.
Could you imagine like a Clones of the Republic and then it's a new Obi-Wan and a new...
Honestly, I'd be okay if they re-released the Clone Wars Obi-Wan in there, like the one from the...
Honestly, it's a great figure.
Yeah.
It's a great figure. IG-88, I'm going absolutely because he's one of the worst in the line. Yeah.
I would say he's probably, of all these figures, maybe my top pick for... he needs to be taller, and he needs to not suck.
Yeah, he needs to be able to stand. That's like the first.
Yes.
The first.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he needs, and part of his problem is his legs don't move out. They only move like back and forwards. And not having legs that move out means that he's going to have stability issues because there's nothing to really counterbalance. If his legs get a little warped or whatever, you can't fix it. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
So
and I think along with Bosk, I think modern articulation on IG-88 would work miracles. And can think about it how with the new R2 we got.
Yes.
This thing is a work of art and it is amazing. Just imagine if we got a brand new sculpted Bosk in IG-88. It'd be nasty.
Well, like Mafex and SH Figure Arts have a IG-11 that's fantastic. And this is basically that. Like it's the same figure. It's not different. And then they could take that mold, they could turn it into IG-11, little tweaks to give it the proper hands and stuff. But then they could take that and turn it to IG-12 with a little Grogu. And
on the inside and the controls.
Exactly. There's so many things you could do with that make it so easy. And I would buy all of them.
And then to save money, they could just put it in a 2-pack with this Din Djarin, and I'd buy it.
For sure. And you know what? I would buy it again. I would. I really would.
Would you buy it if it came with the Mines of Mandalore version of the Mandalorian Din Djarin?
I wouldn't like it as much, but I guess.
Yeah.
I would like
the
it.
Cost. I'd
eat the cost. Yeah. If that was the only way to get it, I'd eat the cost.
Because at the same time, like I have so many Din Djarins and Mandalorians on my shelf. Yeah. What's one more?
What's one more? But one more to get a good other figure to go with it or something. Yeah. I'm okay
it's just sunk cost at that point. It's something you have to do.
And then the last figure in phase 2 was Princess Leia as Boush, whatever you want to say.
I
don't think we need a new one. Boush.
I don't think we do either. I think this one does its job on the shelf. The archive one,
the
height issue.
Yeah, they fixed the height issue. The face looks great.
The face is fine.
We really don't need a new one of those. I think they really fixed it.
Yeah, that'd definitely be near the bottom of the list. And another figure that was kind of a banger for the day, like 2 staffs, the helmet, all that stuff.
Sure. Or
not 2 staffs, but it come with the staff, the grenade, and then that extra the backpack piece.
The backpack, removable helmet. The helmet. Yeah. That'd be a deluxe figure now.
Oh yeah, one easily, 100%. Yeah, unfortunately, but that's just where the world has taken us. And then I know we probably don't have time to do the red line, so we can do that maybe one of our next episodes.
Yeah, we could save that for a future episode if we want to. Yeah. But we do have other stuff.
Almost every figure probably needs an update from the red wave because they were just so. It got dark.
Hold up. What we could do is look at. So I'm looking at the other, like the deluxe sets and stuff. Jabba the Hutt. I honestly, I don't know. I would like a new Jabba the Hutt without the stupid mouth gimmick.
Give me another decade on Jabba the Hutt.
Okay.
I just bought that one with the hookah pipe and all that. So like I'm good on Jabba. Give me another 15 years and then I'll buy a new Black Series Jabba.
Yeah. Shadow Squadron.
Absolutely.
Squadron
100%. Re-release the bike.
And I guess speeder bikes that
Scout Trooper.
New Scout Trooper. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, Scout Trooper was in the blue line. We didn't talk about it.
It's because that's what I'm on
doing
right
the blue
now.
Line now.
Is the blue line?
Right. Yeah. New Scout Trooper. I would love it. Bike. Give us a Shadow Squadron on the 2020 Stormtrooper. I'm all about it.
Han Solo and Hoth with the Tauntaun. Also Luke Skywalker with the Wampa.
The figures, yes. I feel like I'm good on the Tauntaun and the Wampa. What about you? What do you think?
I mean, so I only have the one Tauntaun. I don't think we need another, like a wholly new Tauntaun, but I wouldn't mind them just releasing it again.
Yeah, I was surprised whenever they released the Wampa, I thought they were going to do another Tauntaun, but they never released
just by itself. Just by itself would have been great. Yeah.
So I'm all for another, like a repack, but a remold, like a new mold of a Tauntaun. I'd take a new mold of, Han and Luke though.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely think the Han and Luke could benefit from just having, a brand new mold, something with modern articulation, because the articulation on the old ones kind of suck.
And I feel like
also I
might need it more than the Luke.
I think I probably agree with that, but I would like to get a new Wampa with working arms, like without the
without the pop off arm.
Or if it does have pop off arms, just make it so it's just it just pops out, but it's still a full arm with like the ball joint and stuff, because it just sucks having a limited articulation on that.
Yeah, is there anything different about the brown coat Han? Because I never pulled that one out of the box. It's still like down there.
I mean, it has the better face paint.
I know it's got the better face and the fur, but is the body the exact same as that? Is it just a repaint?
I think so. I never opened it either, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure it is, but. Yeah, I don't know.
Pizza the Hut says that Luke's Tauntaun had a broken horn, so I guess if they did release the Tauntaun again, I would want the head that matches. That's a good point.
That would be cool. Like just do the same body and new head. That'd be fine.
Yeah,
with a broken horn. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
and that's it for the deluxe sets.
That's it. Yep. Blue. That's the first two phases. I would say most of it could stand to have an upgrade, although we've gotten upgrades for some of the big ones. I think X-Wing Luke, just to get a new kind of X-Wing pilot body, Darth Maul and Boba Fett, and probably Han. But for me, the IG-88, if I had to choose one, if I could choose one.
If I had to choose, all right, how about we do one from all of those, or one from each?
Okay, let's do one from each. Why not?
One from each orange and blue line, one of each.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is hard. I'm looking at ones right now.
For me, I'd probably say Darth Maul.
Okay, I thought it was going to be hard, but then I remembered Anakin was orange line, so I'm doing Anakin first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot first.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
That is tough though still, because I really want a new Obi-Wan and I really want a new Darth Maul. But I got to go with my boy. But honestly, if you think about it, if I don't say Anakin, he could still technically be released as an Ahsoka figure.
True. It's good point.
So I feel like there's a loophole there I might use and say Obi-Wan.
A loophole.
Yeah. But then at the same time, are they going to be like, we're not doing an Ahsoka Anakin, so you're screwed now?
Yeah. Well, you could also just make Obi-Wan your blue wave.
Honestly, that's true. Let me look at the blue wave real quick. So we got Vader and Luke out of the way.
Yeah.
Prequel Yoda would be really good. IG-88 Cody. Oh, Commander Cody would be really good. Or Bosk. Honestly, I think a new Commander Cody would be one of the a top-notch figure.
Okay.
From Blue Line.
So for phase 1, you're choosing Anakin.
I'm just gonna Anakin and Commander Cody. Yeah.
All right, and I'm choosing Darth Maul and IG-88.
Yeah.
If we had a choice of remaking figures from the older wave into like something brand new, no reuse, brand new head to toe, like modern articulation,
all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
Yeah, a new Anakin, and I know they wouldn't most likely include a swappable head with the Sith eyes these days, but if they did, that'd just be chef's kiss, cherry on top.
But I definitely think a lot of these old figures are ripe for remakes, especially the easy ones. Like, are you telling me you can't do a Han Solo and Luke Skywalker? Like, they've already got the bodies.
That'd be a 2-pack they could do.
Easily.
They could do the 2-pack on the new mold.
Do a 2-pack, and then I'd make it a 3-pack with the Chewbacca with the cuffs on.
Do a 4-pack and just throw a Leia in there for a repack. Why not? I mean, they're doing the publication 4-pack.
Do a 5-pack and just throw Tarkin in there again for no reason.
Bro, just do a big giant deluxe set and do this land speeder Luke. The
put a couple mouse storage in there.
Yeah, just do the whole trash compactor scene.
That's it
for $400. Has
Dianoga set.
That'd be sick. That's one of my favorite things I've printed is this. I keep adding, like, whenever I 3D print something, and which I'll do an update in that. I meant to do it earlier, but if I have like any like extra plastic I have that breaks, or I just toss it in the trash compactor scene and it just works. Yeah, it is interesting looking at this and seeing which characters they've picked to reuse or to actually update. So it's kind of encouraging because we've gotten, R2, the Vader, the Luke. So
I think the one that was most surprising to me, the one that was most surprising to me was the Yoda. When they came out with a brand new Yoda in 2020, like that was just crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I bought it. That was kind of right when I was getting back into the line, and I found it. I think I drove all the way across town in Louisville to find one, and I paid full price for it. And then it's on Big Bad Toy Store for like $27. 2 months.
Yeah, but years later. I mean, it's been a thing for like 3 years at this point. It came out in 2020.
Yeah.
I would say though, it's if you slept on that pack, like
it's so good.
It's one of my all-time favorite Black Series releases. It really is.
I mean, it's not only just like a Star Wars pack. It's like sort of
right. It's iconic.
It's an iconic set from the show or from the movies. It's one of the pivotal scenes of the movies, and they did a pack of it, and the figures are great. It's one of the better looking Luke heads we have. I think his hair, sweaty hair looks great.
It probably is the best Luke head that we've gotten, honestly, just in terms
of and I think the new Return of the Jedi one, that and the new Return of the Jedi one, and then the one where he's in, I think. This one doesn't really count. It's the Hoth pilot, the pilot Luke, where his face is covered.
Yeah.
Just like the face looks good, but yeah.
But the face looks real good on that one. That's true. Yeah. Absolutely.
So if that one doesn't count because they don't have the hair, and then it's probably
I've seen a lot of people buy the Dagobah one and swap the head out for that Luke.
For the best one?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, and make it look kind of like he's fighting Vader.
No. Sorry. They take the head off of the Dagobah Luke and put it on the Snowspeeder one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. But yeah, there you go. There's a lot of cool things you can do with head swaps in the Black Series.
Yep,
for sure. Yeah, I just want like a battle damage Bespin Luke would be so good. And it would be better for the scene for my, like this set. I wonder if I can turn the camera around enough for our people watching. But like, I got the Vader and Luke fighting over there on the Bespin set.
Yep.
I can't really get it. But It would be better have a battle damage version there.
It'll be more accurate anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You need that sweaty, stained shirt and
the blood on his eye.
The blood, yeah, for sure.
And they're not opposed to doing blood. They just put it on Star Killer.
No, that's right.
So, blood is back, baby.
Blood's back, baby.
Blood is
2020, back. 2024, year of the blood.
That's our episode title. Blood is back.
Blood is back.
I did want to give an update on 3D printing real fast before we sign off for this episode. I meant to do this on Fine Editions, but I did 3D print this clone weapons case.
Nice.
Which is really cool. And you can put like, a couple blasters in there and it looks really cool, like sit next to your clones. And going to be 3D printing like some other clone defense type things, like the little walls they take cover behind and some barrels and whatnot. So yeah, 3D printing is back. I replaced a couple parts instead of buying a new printer. I bought a brand new, like fully assembled hot end, so I didn't have to worry about assembling everything. I just took the entire hot end off and then just replaced it. And that was better than me figuring out exactly what the tiny issue was and just to pay $45 for the entire part and just replace the whole hot end. And, and it was actually pretty easy. And then the gear, I replaced the gear that I think Justin and Luke recommended I do. And it's printing really good now. So that was it. Totally, like, I think total cost for the replacements was $55, and it took me
not bad
half an hour to replace both with a video. I was watching maybe 45 minutes because I was watching a video, like a follow along. So 3D printing is back on the menu, boys. And I was finally able to finish your big print, which I was excited about. That took a long time.
I'm excited about it. Are you going to print the new Landspeeder Luke Millennium Falcon?
That just seems so intimidating. It's so awesome, and it just seems so intimidating to print. It's so big and so many parts. I haven't looked at it on Luke's, like the Patreon. Like I haven't put the file in the Cura yet to see, but I might not yet. I got some other things I kind of want to do first.
Sure.
It just seems so big right now.
It's gorgeous though.
Maybe. I know it's
so good.
I also just feel like if I print it, I probably won't be able to. I've done some decent dry brushing, on some stuff, but I just feel like I won't be able to make it look like the Falcon whenever I do like some dry brushing and weathering on some things. Like I feel like I'll print the seat, but I won't be able to make it look dirty like it is in the movie, and I'll ruin it, and I won't like it. Because I did. I 3D printed this chair for the client's office. I put some brown dry brushing on there and made it look nice and like worn. But I feel like I would just mess up the Falcon one and I wouldn't make it look like
the Falcon. I mean,
this is just kind of like, this is just kind of like you can do whatever you want and it looks fine. But painting up the Falcon, I feel like that just seems more intimidating. So we'll see. It's really big, so I think I'm just gonna try to print some smaller stuff here soon, but maybe down the road, you never know. But yeah, Luke, great job on that set, by the way. But I think that's gonna do it for the first Black Series Cantina of 2024. I hope you enjoyed that episode. We kind of looked to the future of 2024, what we have coming up, and then we also I didn't really expect us to talk about some some updated molds that we would like there at the end, but I'm glad we got to it.
Yeah, I figured we had time.
Yeah, we did. Mike, I know you got a couple videos you're working on editing, so where can any new listeners we've picked up follow you on YouTube and the socials, and what do you got going?
Yeah, so I've got YouTube, and I am working on my top 10 video of the year. Basically what we do here, but with more different jokes and some visual aids. So there's that. I'm going to be working on a couple different videos, but nothing I really want to comment on yet, because I don't want to make anyone I don't want to get their hopes up, I guess. But I'm also on
Smart.
I'm on Instagram at Trusty Sidekick. I'm on the Twitter. I'm on the TikTok, Mike Case 82. You can pretty much just type in my case. You can find me places. I got stuff going on.
He's a good follow. I would recommend it. Videos are always good. And you can follow me on Instagram at blackseriescantina. You can follow me on TikTok at the Star Wars Black Series. That was a lot easier to say whenever they were both the same name. But
yeah, when it was the same, absolutely.
And then the Instagram event of 2023 happened. I think June 3rd, 2023. I think is when that.
We're gonna have a wake, or like a 1 year memorial.
Yeah, we'll make it a whole deal, like a 1 year anniversary, and then I'll just cry the whole time. But yeah, join our Patreon if you want to support the show financially. If you can't, please leave us a review, and that would also help. Join our Facebook page. That's Black Series Cantina on Facebook. A lot of great conversations going on there. Follow us on Twitter. That is at TBS Cantina. You can buy some merch if you like. If you want to buy a hoodie and support us that way. We got mugs. So shout out everybody who's bought a t-shirt or a hoodie. We appreciate it. Let's see. Email us, blackseriescantina@gmail.com. If you want to send us an article or anything to check out and talk about on the show, which we've done in the past. So thank you all for coming back to listen to us in 2024. We took a break. I think I needed this as much as anybody else. So I'm glad to be back doing the podcast. Look, Rob Henry says the hoodie is comfortable, and I can confirm.
That's all that matters.
The hoodie is very comfortable. So yeah, we'll be back for episode 63 in 2 weeks. I think we're going to go back to recording on Thursdays. Mike, is that correct? We're just doing this.
Oh yeah. This is just a one-time thing because I'm going to Disneyland this weekend, and so I wouldn't have time to edit and get the video out or anything.
So we'll be back on January 18th live for those in our Cantina band member tier to join us live, and then you can expect the podcast that weekend. So thanks everybody for listening, and we'll see you next episode. May the Force be with you.
Bye.